pew, pew.
Prime one, that's him. Scott, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball. You goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops, I get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone out the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah.
Yes, and we are back with another live edition of Wake Your Game Up. And here on the the Gen Wealth Net, we do keep it real generational, and we have a special guest. You know what I'm saying? Because we keeping it all from generation to generation, man. It's Big Papa Guru.
Welcome, Papa G.
Yeah, man. You couldn't have a Guru Nation without Papa Guru laying down the foundation for the nation. Look at that.
We got Lafayette in the building, man. 100%, man.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, Pops?
Might be on a break. He might be on a break right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything. But yes, we do have a special guest, man. 100%. This is the real definition of Gen Wealth right here in the building, man. Gracing us with his presence, man. We sure do appreciate it, man. 100%.
Yeah, man.
How everybody feeling this morning? No.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good.
Doing good.
Talk about it. What is we? 48 hours away?
We are 2 days away till the NL motherfucking draft.
Talk about it, man. 100%, man. Yeah, it is Christmas for us. 100%. You know what I mean? Our drafts is going to be kicking off. We do got, after the draft, we do got new Dynasty leagues starting. So if you in the chat, you ain't in the league with us, tap into any of 4 of us right here, or Peacock, or Guru, or Diamond Joe, or wherever you know what I mean, locked in, tap in with us. We got a 32-man league that's popping off. You want to get in that, man, get locked in, man, 100%, man. If I didn't explain it right, man, somebody else back me up, pause, and let them know about the leagues, man.
Just remember, everything I say is just rumors for the next 48 hours.
Yeah, no, you got it right, JD. You know what I mean? We got a couple new dynasties, startups that we're gonna fire up. Then we got a 32-man league.
All right, I'm back now. I think
we're about halfway through filling that thing up. So if anyone's interested in going to war with 31 other savage individuals, definitely this is for y'all. And yeah, we got a couple redrafts coming up. We obviously got our annual Vegas draft extravaganza. And you know what I mean, we got a fun off season ahead for y'all, you know what I mean? And this is kind of one of those, this is not even kind of, this is one of them junctures right here. This is the checkpoint right here, the draft. You know what I mean?
And the next point is the schedule
slides into week 1 after this, all the way to week 1. We got action.
And it's facts. And Papa Guru was able to get it together. What's up, big bro?
Hey man, I don't know what happened. I lost the volume. I got a phone.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because I thought of this. So when the countdown hit and you're backstage, if you're using the phone, it doesn't. You won't hear the audio from that for some reason. So that you probably
out. And once you get back in, it's easy to get back in.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, man. Welcome to the show, Papa Guru. You know what I'm saying? I was introing you, but I'm thinking like he was just gonna be the voice in the background. I forgot that you could. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's go, man. Welcome. And
glad to be with y'all.
Spencer's Pops right here.
Yeah, I've been around a long time, buddy. Like I told y'all, I've been a Saints fan since 1967. I was at the first game when I was 6 years old.
I wasn't even thought about.
So they used to call me before y'all gave me this Papa Guru. I used to use original Saints fan. Because I've been there from
OG Saint. That's what we're gonna call you.
The OG Saint.
OG Saint right there. OG.
But I kind of like Papa Guru. I thought that was kind of cool. I like that Papa Guru.
That's 100%.
Right?
I don't know which one of y'all came up with that, but I like that.
Yeah, it's funny because I always refer to you as Papa Guru, and then that's what I had you as saved under too. So like, I mean, Papa Guru.
Well, in my what was it in I don't know, one of those bracket things on ESPN, I use Papa Guru for my for the name, for my name.
That name carries weight around here, man. 100%.
Yeah.
You miss facts.
Sure it does, Pops.
Oh my mama, man. Let's get caught up in the chat before we get to the news, y'all. We got Song in the building, top of the morning.
Morning, Song.
Song said, I'm just gonna come out and say it, guys, because I might be knocked the fuck out, or just got home from working already. If Shedeur Sanders falls to the 11th overall pick, my Niners are going to trade down and maybe get a first round pick in 2026 in the deal. I don't know. There are many teams in need of a franchise quarterback. Don't sleep on Shedeur. And I hope we get Cam Scatterboo. Yeah, Cam Scatterboo is somebody that I want on our team too, big bro. We got Johnny in the building, top of the morning, Johnny. Johnny said, I'm awake, but I don't have anything to do to start making noise before I pass back out. So, okay. We got Emil in the building, top of the morning, Emil. Peacock said making a Burger King and a dab run real fast. Come on now. Papa Guru Nation. Is there a league of offense only? Now that I don't know if that's in the working. I don't know if it's going to be strictly offense or full IDP. I know the SBI is full offense, big bro, and that is a redraft. I don't know if it's any open in that motherfucker, but when Bo pop back in, we'll cook that up. See what's going on. We got Bakes in the building, top of the morning, Bakes. OG Saint, you motherfucking right. Oh my mama, I thought he was going to say, in my humble opinion.
I know, right?
Facts. Oh, my mama.
Well, we know we hear that from Junior all the time.
Come on now. Oh,
that's Spencer that did that, in my humble opinion. He had that segment on it too.
Yo, facts. Oh, everything. But before we get into the news, let's go ahead and play a message for our sponsor, 100%. This show is powered by the NeonPeacockMerch.com. Please go slide over there, subscribe to the website, slide through, you know what I mean? Look at what Big Brud got cooking up, because you definitely gonna find something you like. We'll be right back. Go ahead, kid. Show them what you got on right now, big bro.
Yeah, you saw it in the advertisement. Let's go get Sauce. Hopefully, this is one of the guys that the Jets get to retain. I've had this for damn near a year now, and look at it; it's held up. You'll see it on the show all the time. You go back and watch some of the replays, and
you got that about week 5 last year.
Who's that on your shirt?
Around week 5, yeah.
It's been a minute. I feel like I've had it for a long time. I wear it all the time. Washes and
they're durable. Yeah, that's a durable.
And then this one actually is the it's not the classic, the one that we advertise pretty frequently when people ask us the question of what do you get, the regular or the classic? This was one of my first purchases, and I got a regular on this one, so it fits a little bit snugger, but or a little bit more snug, I should say. Snuggers.
And who's the player on your shirt, big bro?
That's Sauce.
Sauce Gardner, man.
Yeah, they picked up his 5th-year option.
Dripping Sauce, 100%. That is one of many of the designs on the website. And if you go slide through there, man, you're going to find something you like. And if you want to go ahead and get a little bit more froggy with it, inbox Big Bro, Instagram, Facebook, you know what I mean? And he'll bring one of your designs to life. Them is facts, man, 100%. Minnesota Den said we need a in my humble opinion, Papa Guru t-shirt, man. 100%. Come on.
Yeah, now. We should have Pops and Junior on it.
Hey, Pop's gonna be one of the animated Simpsons characters, 100%. Man.
Oh, that would be cool.
Giving us the game about this fantasy isms, 100%.
And put him in an old school Saints jersey.
Come on now. 100%. You ready to kick it off with the news, big bro?
I'm always goddamn ready. Let's go. It's 48 hours to go. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. We on our way to the motherfucking streets, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We got 2 days until the draft. Rumors are flying, as kiddos would say, but he doesn't believe any of them. Let me give a shout out to the Crooked Commish, the Mouth of the Bay, and the Chicago Clubhouse for having myself last night, and Neon Peacock on his show. So I want to thank him for that last night. Had a blast. Thank you. Had a good time. Well, the Tennessee Titans have informed Miami quarterback Cam Ward they will be selecting him on Thursday night. So that's
the pick is in.
The pick is in. They're gonna
it's
let
not
that
in,
clock run down.
It's a guaranteed lock.
It's gonna be ruined. Wish they would just go up there and announce it, and you know they're gonna put a show on. They're gonna
for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
they're gonna let that time run all the way down too.
Well, we already know the pick.
Well, we got on NFL.com a Cam Ward Titans jersey for sale already.
That shit is crazy. And he got his shoe deal already. Lee
Oh,
said
yeah.
with Under Armour a couple shows ago. You know what I mean? It's official, man. 100%. Now Cleveland is on the fucking clock.
Well, speaking of Cleveland, Peter Schrager came out this morning tweeting out saying that there have been calls made to both the Browns at 2 and the Giants at 3 with the intentions for teams to move up in the NFL draft.
Hey, shout out to Peter Schrager because I was watching that Get Up this morning and my guy Himbo always throws out questions, you know what I mean? Because Himbo is a statitarian, man. He's ill with the stats. One of my guys, Greeny, one of my favorite hosts, period. You know what I mean? And Schrager was on there, right? So boy gave him the question, and it was about which quarterback from the Hurricanes threw for 4,000 yards. And automatically I'm Jim Kelly and Bernie Kosar, right? So long story short, the answer was Vinatieri, but and shout out to Gang Green, 100%. Schrager broke it down. It wasn't for the Jets, and where else? I forgot where else Vinny played. But it was a season that he played for the Ravens, and Vinny threw for 4,000 with the Ravens. I said, "What the fuck? I don't remember that." Vinny Testaverde for the Ravens, mid-90s, he said.
Yeah, I don't remember him with the Ravens. He must have not been there very long, huh?
Right, one season, I guess. I don't know, big bro. Yeah, but Peter made me he made me proud right there because whatchamacallit, Himbo was talking stuff because Himbo been stumping him, but my other guy, I can't think of his name, he be stumping Himbo. So Greeny told Schrager, like, bruh, this is they insulting you by giving you this layup, and that's why bruh broke it all the way down. The season, the whole shit, you know what I mean? And everybody was juicing. I was juiced because they was talking about the Hurricane. 100%. My bad, y'all.
Well, they're saying there's an Abdul Carter trade up, possibly. If Shedeur Sanders goes 3, there's a chance Abdul Carter falls to pick 5. Pick 5 of the draft, setting up a potential trade up opportunity for several teams. But at 5 is sitting at Jacksonville. And the rumor is this morning was Gentry is their missing piece.
Yeah,
Gentry.
so on the Get Up as well, they analysts, Peter Schrager was on there, one of them, saying that Cleveland and New York, and I know you're going to get to it as well, the phones are open 100%. And for them to be able to pick up picks and so I didn't know this as well. So Jackson Dart's OC is Charlie Weiss's son. Brian Daboll and Charlie Weiss go back to New England.
Yep.
If the Giants trade out and pick up extra picks, they're the ones that's favored to get Jackson Dart because of the ties and all the homework that they have been doing towards Jackson Dart. That's what Peter was talking about this morning.
And everything I've been seeing is the Giants want to trade up for Dart.
You mean trade back in?
Trade back into the first, correct. Now, the Patriots.
If that's your guy and he falls, if he falls and that's your guy and you're the Giants, you trade back in.
If they want Dart, they definitely.
Out of him if you get him in the first round, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they want Dart, they definitely ought to trade down a few spots and get some more picks.
No, but that's the thing, though. They don't want to pass on a high.
I don't think they need to use. Yeah, Carter's sounds like he's pretty legitimate.
Yeah, he wrecked the game with one arm.
100%. Facts.
That's you ain't seen that since JJ Watt.
Come on now, for real. And his shit was literally torn in a brace-like type joint, mechanical looking like type joint. So everything. Hey, we got my dog. He's on fire. AKA Brandon in the building. 55 hours left till the draft, baby.
Let's go. The final countdown.
With the NFL draft here already, that means Vegas is right around the corner. Let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
You already
Peacock
know.
said Vinny played for the Cowboys. Yep, he did. Oh, my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Gentry, Lee?
Genty.
And he says it with conviction every time. Like it's Genty.
That's that Boston.
It's that Boston accent,
That
man.
Boston.
Yeah, adds another letter in there. He's like,
Boston.
Genty. God damn it.
Hey, that's the beer commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the beer.
My cousin. That's our cousin Lee.
Hey, he sounded just like the
Hey,
commercial.
Boston.
Hey, Lee, you sound just like the fucking commercial when you said it, bro.
Park the bloody car, you bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Who fighted?
Who fighted?
Hey, I got a story
England,
about that. Hey, when we
speaking
went
of
to
New
Hawaii
England-
and we finally got off in Maui, my dad, he ended up letting one cut, and the motherfucking stewardess said, who farted? He said, I motherfucking farted. Me and my cousin started dying, bro. I swear. That's an inside joke forever, bro. Oh, my mama.
Oh, he cleared that whole cap.
Well, speaking of the New England Patriots, they seem to love and adore Will Campbell and are likely to select him at number 4.
I adore me more.
That seems to be pretty much a consensus pick for them.
But
He said they
also-
love and adore
wanna
him,
protect
bro.
your
That's
young children.
crazy.
also, the New England Patriots are open to trade down, and if Genty could be the player that teams are willing to trade
Nailed it.
up for. But I think that's all smoke and mirrors.
I mean, I think without Belichick there in New England, we're gonna see them get more aggressive with trades. Like, look at all the New England disciples when they go elsewhere. Like Caserio when he went down to the Texans.
Bless you.
They get active. You know what I mean? You look at Josh McDaniels when he went over to the Raiders. They traded for Devontae Adams. Like, you know, these are things that Belichick would always stop. He'd be like, "Nah, we're not doing that." You know what I mean? So, you know, look at Mike Vrabel when he was down there in Tennessee. You know what I mean? They got aggressive with trades. So I could see New England actually doing something uncharacteristic of what we're used to seeing them do. You know what I mean?
Well,
we gotta give Bill a little bit of credit for his GM working trades.
Sure.
I mean, he's traded Hall of Famers and Richard Seymour. Give me somebody else he's let go before it was too late. And then he's also brought in Randy Moss. You know what I mean? He's brought in players that fit the system for them to carry on that dynasty as well in this free agency period, you know, or just in the free agency landscape period.
I mean, even as minuscule as it is, Danny Amendola, I think they traded for him at one point.
Yeah, he was out on Miami. Yeah, he was on Miami. I remember that.
Yeah, boom. And then I think he was even on the Saints, I think, at one point, and then boom. They went ahead and traded for him.
No, Wes Welker. Excuse me. It was Wes Welker on Miami.
Yeah, Wes Welker and
Wes Welker. Excuse me.
Yeah,
what was that receiver they had that they didn't keep him?
The Saints, the Rams. Excuse me.
What'd you say, Papa?
I said that receiver that New England had, Troy
Brown.
Troy Brown
or Troy Vincent.
Oh yeah,
no,
Troy
Vincent was the corner. Vincent was the corner. Brown was the wide. But Brown played corner too, though. See, Troy Brown, he did everything for New England. He played corner.
Kick returner and everything, yeah.
He did everything, big bro. Facts.
Well, with Papa Guru in the house, the New Orleans Saints are making exploratory calls about trading up from number 40. And that's the second round pick.
What you think about that, Pops?
I hope they don't do that. I don't want them to trade up. They got 9 picks in this draft, and they need to utilize them all and hope they can have a really good draft. I don't want to trade up and be giving up more picks. I want them to use what they got. And I think 9, they should be able to get. I'm hoping they get Sanders, but if they don't, they should. I think if they don't get Sanders, they're going to either get that the tight end from Penn State, Warren, or they will. Don't be shocked if they take one of those cornerbacks. I'm not really wanting them to do that, but I've been hearing that they really like that one of those cornerbacks.
Yeah, Will Johnson.
Will Johnson, the one from Michigan, and then the one from Texas.
Maybe this could be some guys that trade down because then they can.
What's the one from Texas?
And get
Barron, Barron.
Barron.
Yeah.
They act like he's a really good, versatile type cornerback that can play in all types of defenses, and like they act like he could really be good. But I don't know. Because you know what I was hearing this morning? I was listening to a couple shows, and they got these, these people that claim they insiders and all of this, and they were both saying that the Saints are gonna not take the quarterback at 9. Then they're going to end up trading up into the later part of the first round and try and get
Jackson Dart. Yep,
yeah.
I saw that too.
Because they really love some Jackson Dart. Like, because I think they spent a lot of the offseason.
Yeah, but Bodie, I'd rather just if it works out, I would rather just get Sanders at 9 and not have to give up anything to get another. And then you still got all your picks.
I know, but the things
they're going to lose probably 2 of their picks.
The things I saw this morning is the Saints value Jackson Dart. They see more in Jackson Dart than they see in Shedeur Sanders.
Jackson Dart.
I know that's what I've been hearing too. But I mean, one thing with the Saints, you can't believe what you hear.
I know I know it's
they're notorious.
Don't believe nobody.
Yeah, don't believe it.
PGA, you stupid son bitch.
As Kid says, it's all dead to me right now.
Yeah.
Because if they are interested in Sanders, why would they say it? They're going to try and make people think they're not interested.
Any noise is just fucking clickbait.
It's all clickbait. Exactly.
Exactly. If anything, you're going to try and leak out the opposite of what's the truth.
Yeah,
because you don't want people to know.
You got to hold this intelligence secure. Like top secret folders. Only people in the building know are the ones that get behind the closed doors. Nobody in the fucking concessions department. Nobody in the mail room. None of them people know anything.
The only thing with the Saints, with their history, with Mickey Loomis, they always want to move up and lose picks. They have not traded back and gained picks, and I couldn't tell you the last time. I don't think in the last 25 years.
So in other words, they're behind the times.
I remember I saw them trade up one time, and then I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna grab the successor behind Breeze, and they took Marcus Davenport. You remember that, Pops?
Oh, I was upset. Yeah, they gave up.
That was the one time in probably the last 20 years I can remember you guys getting real active in that first round where you guys moved up, and I was like,
but we always go up and lose picks. We never go down and gain a couple picks. I mean,
okay, that's what you were saying. Okay.
Oh my mama. We got King D in the building. What's up, King D?
What's up, King?
LBC.
Peacock said Amendola was hitting K. Adams when he was in Miami and got sent to New England. Johnny said Troy Brown, the other wide receiver from Marshall, one of the best Pats ever. Them is facts. Peacock said Barron is a stud. We got Dalton in the building. What's up, D-Man? This is another Saints fan right here, Papa Guru. D-Man, we got an original Saints fan in here, big bro. That was at the first.
He was at the very first Saints game. Let's go.
Oh, my mama. So, Dalton, this is Papa Guru. Papa Guru, that's Dalton, man. Hey, who that nation stand the fuck up?
Yeah, man.
All right. Who that?
Come on now.
Who that nation in the building.
Y'all remember, y'all probably wouldn't know this, who the Saints' first quarterback was?
It wasn't Arch Manning, was it?
No, not Archie Manning.
Okay.
Damn. Probably a guy y'all never heard of. It was a guy named Gary Quazzo.
Oh, wow.
That was 1967, right?
Yeah, 67. Then like in the middle of their
67.
I think around the middle of their second year, I know y'all probably remember this guy, Billy Kilmer.
Yeah.
And he became their quarterback. And he did a pretty good job for him. Then he went to Washington with George Allen when he had that old team. They called it the Over the Hill game. And they ended up in the Super Bowl. They played in that Super Bowl against the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, it says Gary Kuzo started the first 10 games of the 67 season.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was one of the ones that the Dolphins went back to back.
In this, y'all may have, I'm sure y'all have heard this maybe. What is the Saints? The Saints are famous. What did they do in their first game on the first play?
They came marching in.
No. Their first play, as an NFL team, they ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
John Gilliam ran it back.
Essentially did march.
He was a good receiver. He ended
We
up
have the
going to
historian in the building.
Y'all heard of John Gilliam, huh?
Nope.
I don't think so.
All right, bro.
He went to the Vikings. He had a pretty good career with the Vikings with Fran Tarkenton back in the 70s.
Dude,
Now I've heard of Tarkenton.
I was just
Yeah, I've heard of Tarkenton.
just
People
looking at a
eaters.
little type.
Oh, so it was either when wasn't Rashad Felicia's husband of
No,
Rashad?
I think Gilliam was probably retired at that point, but I'm not
Okay.
positive. I think that was a
Yeah,
little
because
bit later.
as a kid, I never knew that Rashad played football. He was always the host. So as I started getting more into football, I didn't know that dude was kind of nice as a receiver.
Yeah, they had that other receiver remember that receiver, Sammy White? They had a good receiver named Sammy White.
No, I don't remember
I
that.
can't remember if Gilliam was still with them when they played in that Super Bowl against the Raiders when Jack Tatum just knocked the shit out of some people. That was a hitting son of a
That was
bitch.
Jack
Yeah, he
Tatum on the
was.
Patriots. Wasn't it?
The what?
Wasn't that the hit that Tatum put on the guy from the Patriots?
Yeah, I think it may have been. Yeah, I think you're right. They had that other cornerback too, George Atkinson. He was a good hitter too. But that Tatum, Tatum was kind of dirty. I mean,
Yeah, it was no
That was when it wasn't against the rules, though, right?
Well, right. Yeah, he was kind of like
what do they call it? A clothesline and a necktie. What's the other one?
Back then it was no holds barred.
Tatum was like y'all's guy,
Oh,
kind of
bro.
Ronnie Lott. You know, he was
my
intimidating.
Man, that guy was a beast, Ronnie Lott, man.
Facts.
Yeah,
Emil said Saints traded up for Ricky Williams.
Yeah, that was a haul.
Traded up. They gave up their whole draft.
They
for
gave-
it. I don't know what you. That's not trading up. That's just like.
Saints.
Oh, that was when we had Mike Ditka. What a disaster that guy was as a coach.
Hell of a guy.
Oh, that was pitiful. He ruined the Saints. I mean, when he came there.
We got Ghost Monkey in the building, top of the morning. Ghost
What up,
Monkey.
Ghost?
Top of the board, the big goals.
Well, Alabama's quarterback Jalen Milroe is reportedly being eyed by the Raiders to sit behind Geno Smith.
Oh, wow.
So they're going Gentry.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? It'd be smart if they went like other skill positions. If they were going to go skill, like the Raiders should go like receiver for real. So then you have like a potential number one receiving option, then Brock Bowers, and then you go and get you target Milroe later, and then you have a team for him when he comes time. You know what I mean?
Well, as for
And
my
there's hella running backs in this class.
Chargers, the team that Kidda can't despises, I don't talk good. Well,
We all do.
everything. They thinking the pick at 22 for the Chargers is going to be one of three players: Kenneth Grant, Colston Loveland, or Amari Hampton are the three players on the board for there.
You know, I've been
Wishful thinking.
doing a lot of research on Loveland, Brett. Like he's production wise and the yak, all that shit. Like, I don't think he's gonna fall that far.
I think here's my theory. I think Denver's going to take him.
some people's boards, which is crazy to me. But
I can see Denver
Dalton
taking
You
said,
guys Bannon.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Dalton said he wasn't mad at the Davenport. I'm not saying Davenport was a great pick. I wasn't mad for this pick. They was just trying to get the defense over the hump, and then also with that is Lamar Jackson.
I thought they were jumping up to get a QB right there. I think it was.
So
I
and
thought they
then
were jumping
this
up
is
to
what
get
he
They could have
said
had
is that-
Lamar Jackson. That was
Yeah,
when
I
they-
thought it was gonna be Lamar
So
Jackson.
everybody,
Well,
when
here
they-
we go. They're gonna do
when
it.
they moved up, they thought they were getting Lamar Jackson. Everybody.
And that's what Dalton is saying. He said Lamar Jackson wouldn't fit Sean Payton's system, and I don't think Lamar and Payton would have get along.
Well,
That's
He
what
might
all I
not
know-
get
Dalton.
there.
When you give up two number ones like they did to get Davenport, that guy's got to be like an all pro to be worth
100%.
Well,
that was a disaster.
He didn't last a second contract with them. I mean, he went the full 5 years, and then I think he spent
There was another pick about
Minnesota.
This might be a little too old for y'all. This was about 2003, 2004, something like that. The Saints did the exact same thing. They gave up two number ones, like the one they had and another one to draft. This guy was even as bad as Davenport was. This guy was even worse than that. A guy named Jonathan Sullivan out of Georgia. Boy, was that a disaster.
Damn, I don't even remember
He
that.
was a defensive tackle. He did absolutely nothing. We gave up two number ones for that.
He sounds like a distinguished gentleman, though. Jonathan Sullivan.
The Saints really, the last 7 years or 8 years, every year but one, the Saints have drafted either an offensive or defensive lineman with their first pick. And a lot in the last 20-something years. They love to take offensive, defensive linemen.
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it. A lot of teams do it that way. I feel like,
but a lot of them haven't worked out. I want a skill guy this year.
You want a culture changer.
I would like to get the running back Gentry, but I don't think he's going to be there. I think the Raiders.
He called him Gentry too.
Well, coming out this morning, that there's three players they have medical red flags on. It's Tet McMillan, Jalen Milroe, and Tyler Show, the quarterback from Louisville.
Is it just current things they're dealing with, or is these like nagging injuries? That's what I would look into.
But the big one,
injury history.
Okay.
And here's the one: Michigan quarterback Will Johnson has a knee issue that's been flagged. Teams are concerned it could impact his longevity.
Well, he was going to be a practice squad quarterback anyways. Who the fuck cares?
What's the deal with McMillan?
I don't know.
He's a gumpy guy, and he's like 6'4", 6'5".
I never heard of any kind of injury concern.
Yeah. He missed like 10, 12 games or something in his sophomore year. This wasn't last season. Last season he was able to stay healthy, but there have been multiple seasons where he missed at least 5 or 6 games.
They had a little concern over what's the guy, the defensive tackle from Michigan that had
Mason Graham.
He had some kind of foot injury, didn't
he? Yeah.
See, but you know what's funny about a guy like Mason Graham is like they want like if you're like somewhere in the teens or something, you're like, yeah, we love that injury because you hope he falls for any reason.
I heard this morning that somebody was hoping he would fall to the Saints, but I don't think he will. Most people seem to think Jacksonville's going to take him at 5.
I think it would be wise if Jacksonville did that because like Armstead's gone, and I couldn't even tell you who else they got.
But I heard they said that Jacksonville might be interested in the running back, that they might take the running back before the Raiders get him.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Running backs for a team that sucks to go up and grab a first-round running back.
Because I think the Jacksonville might be getting a little bit, maybe not that
maybe
enamored with whole
stupid as Peacock claims they are, and at this moment they are looking pretty dumb, and that would be one of the dumbest moves that they could do. No matter how great Janty is, like they got so many holes in that.
Holes, exactly.
You need to. You need to. What's the kid out there that already runs the ball pretty well?
ATN.
Tank Bigsby.
No, not
Tank
that guy,
Bigsby.
Oh, the other guy. Yeah.
Well.
Hey, we got Albert in the building. Top of the morning, Albert.
Top of the morning, Albert.
Well, the Patriots would like to trade back into the first round and make 2 first-round selections.
Wouldn't we all?
Mm-hmm.
I like it though. See, listen, New England might get frisky here, bro. You know what that might mean too? Like, hey, we want AJ Brown somehow. You know what I mean? So they might even sell their Ford to the Eagles, bro. Let's go. Give it to me.
Well, they ain't gonna sell it if they can get the kid from Colorado, then if they can get Hunter, I think they pull the trigger. And then if they don't like the package that they get for the 4th, then they get an offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like that's the most
Protect your
outside
guy.
of Titans. That team is probably the easiest to predict.
Yeah, almost
what they're
everybody
doing.
seems to
Oh,
think they're gonna go
we're
with.
gonna run a mock. How much of the news you got still, Lee?
Yeah, I got the mock already pulled up.
Well, I can skip over the draft stuff, but I can keep the stuff for tomorrow.
No. What else you got? Go ahead, just fire it up.
Okay, well, the Dolphins are eyeing a potential of taking a quarterback between rounds 2 and 4.
Okay.
The Falcons at 15 and the Bengals at 17 are willing to overlook character concerns for James Pierce, Mike Green, and Walter Nolan.
Hey, the Bengals are the kings of that.
Yeah, Pierce is a good player. I think whoever ends up with Pierce, they're going to be very happy with the choice.
You
Now-
hear that, Niners?
Now, as for some news, the Seahawks could trade either running back Kenneth Walker or Zach Charbonnet soon.
Both of them, get them out of there.
That's crazy.
And as for the Vikings, are one of the two teams along with the Steelers for Kirk Cousins. There's a feeling around the league that the
I feel
Vikings
so
and
bad for
Steelers are one
JJ
of-
McCarthy.
but the Vikings
Fool.
Vikings players are reportedly prefer the team to bring back Kirk Cousins over Aaron Rodgers. Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins have a very close relationship.
Whatever.
But then hey, you know what's so funny though? He definitely got that bag. Was like, all right, cuz I don't know where you're gonna go, but I'm getting this bag here.
What you think it is? You think there's any way the Falcons would trade Kirk Cousins to the Saints for Derek Carr?
For used goods?
The what?
For used car?
In the shocking turn of events,
Because I don't
interdivision
think Carr's
trade.
really. I don't think he's
QB
hurt
swap.
bad or anything.
I didn't
Yeah,
think he
Carr
was
is
out.
better than.
I think Cousins would start for the Saints over Carr. But what,
Oh, you
Carr would-
do?
No,
Yeah,
but I mean
the
they
backup.
both.
Carr's a busted car right now, though. That's the thing. He has like a quote unquote shoulder thing.
Well, I understand that's what they're saying, but I don't think it's really that.
Yeah, that's why I
bad.
did the air quotes.
Cousins looks Carr.
I think
Cousins-
Carr put that out there because he doesn't want to be there.
Well, coming out
Emil said the Dolphins gonna take Tyler Shaw. Peacock said the Jaggets is gonna jag. I wanted to say the other word, but you know, I mean, I ain't gonna do that.
Jag.
And then Dalton said the Jags should take Will Campbell. They need to protect Lawrence.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple people talking about Tet. Tet could be falling unless Tet go to the Raiders. You know what I mean? Other than that, he might be falling in the draft. One of the main players that fall.
I like Carolina to look at Tet also, but they have hella big giant receivers already. They have Leggett, who's a big dude, and you know what I mean. So maybe stylistically, if they were to go then it may be Golden or something. I've been
I think Golden going before Tet.
Yeah.
Well, the Rams, Devontae Adams says that the 49ers try to lowball him in free agency.
Oh, come on. That's the 49er way.
Oh,
Hey, you know what's funny though? We always lowball, then we end up paying them what they want when it's right before the season starts. Like I can't stand that, but at least I'm confident we're gonna get it done.
Peacock. Cousins ain't a car. He's a horse-drawn carriage. That's where he's at. At least Derek Carr's got a motor in the fucking in the front of it. It fucking Cousins got a goddamn single horse. He got nothing. He's got nothing in the tank. He's got
Yeah,
one
he looked bad
horsepower
last
in that
year.
bitch. That fool
Yeah.
was
What if
throwing
it was Derrick
guts.
Henry pulling that wagon?
Well, the Steelers aren't actively seeking to trade George Pickens. They could consider moving him if a strong enough offer is made during the draft.
George Pickens, they just always let it be known. We don't really like you over here.
Yeah.
Just know that, George.
Bakes a lot said, could the Jags trade ETN on draft day? Ted Genty, Tank and Ashton sounds like a vicious combo.
They're still gonna lose 10 games.
That's what
And
I
then
had
pick
heard.
another running back next
That
year.
they kind of they might be out on ATN and want
what-
to get the running back in the draft.
You know, Rodgers came from some crazy injuries. This is going back to Johnny, the post up on the screen.
Go ahead and read it, big bro.
So Rodgers and Cousins both came back from like similar like brutal leg injuries, but
Yeah,
it was
but one
other
was
foot and the other
leg.
foot, or the other leg and the other leg, vice versa, whatever. At least Rodgers could get the ball out and give it a little bit of velocity. You wouldn't think that the velocity would be so much on the leg.
Look at Rodgers'
you
right
know?
leg, which would have been his plant leg.
Yeah. So like, I don't know.
Because then he was still
You'd
able
have
to
to
step
you'd have to
into
go
the
back
throw.
and research that. I don't remember which one, but I do
Because it was
remember.
one or the other. Because whatever Cousins had, because they're both right-handed passers, so whatever
Yeah.
Cousins' foot leg was, he clearly could put no zip on the ball this year or last year.
Yeah, Cousins could never get no zip on the ball. He was throwing lame ducks the whole season,
That's what I'm saying.
and it was super noticeable. It was not. It was not.
And Drake
fantasy
London still
friendly.
did it. Let's go.
Well, the last piece of news I have before we get to our mock is several high NFL sources believe the Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams could be traded during the draft.
Yeah, send him to the Patriots. Let's go. I have all out of Jameson Williams. Just send him somewhere where he could like be a quote unquote one.
I don't know if he has a skill set. What is it? What is he going to do?
Yeah,
He's
he's
only
more
good
that,
to run.
Hey,
deep
look at
threat kind of
Ben Johnson.
like a
he utilized him in a
Darnell
bunch of
Mooney.
different ways.
He's like a Darnell Mooney plus.
Fuck it, send him to Atlanta. Let's go.
Rodgers looked like equal shit until 2/3 the way through the season last year.
Yeah.
But it definitely took him because at that point of the season, he was throwing the ball 40 plus times a game, even upwards of 50, like the last, like in the playoff stretch for us, in the fantasy playoffs. So that was cool. Because then
Rodgers still.
we're getting 50 pass attempts. You know what I mean?
What did he get? Like more than 3,500 passing yards and
Yeah, he did.
like still like almost like a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio.
Rodgers seems like the guy that'll be in that negotiation. Like, see that? Off
Yeah.
of the Achilles injury.
Yeah, all these mediocre
All off the
numbers
Achilles.
mean a
How
lot
old am I?
in this day and
Exactly.
age? They're like, look at all the shit quarterbacks there are. You tell me I can't win
Right?
a fucking
He's like, oh, look at
starting
Sam
gig?
Darnold.
Yeah.
He's like, and then it clicked to him. Oh, I should try to go to Minnesota. Look what Sam Darnold was able to do.
That was the right play. It didn't work out. You know, they
Right.
weren't really interested. And then he's definitely not.
I told him I would
interested
play
in
for 10 million. That's what he said.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
interested.
he did say it'd take 10 million.
Pittsburgh.
And a lot of
or-
them, a lot of the Brock Purdy haters that are Niner fans are calling for that shit.
Oh, Brock Purdy, what is it? The last 2-3 years, he's got
pretty
the second
good.
highest passer rating in the whole league. I mean, there ain't really nothing to hate about Purdy other than
Yeah, that's pretty good.
you just might not like the Niners or something.
When did the Niners have to sign him to a big deal? Isn't that coming up soon?
It'll happen like
He
preseason.
they can franchise him next year. If they don't get a deal done this year, they can franchise him next year. And Aaron Rodgers, 368 completions, 584 attempts, 63% completion percentage, 3,897 yards, 6.7 per attempt, 28 to 11 TD INT ratio. So not bad. He finished as a back end or
Coming
he
off the
finished as a high end
Achilles, he's an old guy.
QB2. He finished as a high end QB2. So it was basically the end of the season that got his ass up there. Pause.
Let's fucking go. Get him with the Steelers and
Yeah,
then
he
he'll be hella mad
started
he's not
really
playing.
going to Devontae Adams a lot during the stretch.
Actually, I wouldn't mind Rodgers with the Steelers again. The idea of that. He got some weapons over there.
Yeah. It just does he want to play? If he wants to play football, he's got a team. Somebody will sign him. He already said that he's not trying to sign no $30 million contract. You know, like he's looking at like $10 million or whatever, and that's backup quarterback money.
Yeah, he said that. I'll believe that when I see it, though, that he'll actually play for $10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he doesn't want to
Have
go
a
to
lot of
training
money.
camp. I think he's going to wait until somebody gets an injury or something and they just desperate for a quarterback and then go with a team that he figures got a shot that lost their quarterback.
It's tough. It's tough. If he wants to get it done now, I think I would rather go through a whole
Well, yeah, and kind of learn the
training
offense
camp,
and stuff.
a little bit of knowledge into a system, even though he's probably been around the game to know how to
I agree.
to incorporate a system, and he's always said that he's one of the quarterbacks that can actually go into a system and add. You know, he can be the system plus type of quarterback, not just, you know, a guy that's gonna be a yes man. Somebody that can watch film, study, prepare for every week. You know, even if it's a short week, 4 days, doesn't matter to him. He's been around the game long enough to be ready for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Aaron
really
Rodgers'
have
recall is
a lack of
incredible.
confidence in him. It's just
Is he invested?
yeah.
Right.
He
And to
hasn't
me, he
been
doesn't have a
invested
good.
in
I don't
football
think
as
his
much as
attitude
he has been
is
for years.
really all in. I think
Yeah, it's too bad for fantasy purposes that he didn't actually end up in maybe Minnesota. Minnesota would have been
Awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, and
Now
poor JJ.
now we're going like Pittsburgh, I guess. Pittsburgh wants him, but why hasn't he signed with Pittsburgh? There's got to be a reason why he don't want to play for Pittsburgh.
I mean, they already got his backup, Racist Rudolph, just waiting. You know what I mean?
What if old man Rodgers landed with the Saints?
I mean,
I don't really want him. I mean, it's I guess it's possible, but I just feel like he's become too much of a distraction.
A cancer?
Would that
Yeah,
entail
kind
that,
of
that,
a, yeah,
that they
not a
didn't
good
draft the
locker
QB?
room presence. Yeah, just
If they
I
get
don't-
Rodgers this year, it's because they didn't draft any QB at all. That's the only.
yeah. I
thing.
mean, if they gotta have somebody, I mean, you could do a
What
lot.
about the ginger guy over there?
Dalton. Oh no, he's over there in Carolina.
Nah, the
The
young
only
ginger.
veteran that I think is
Spencer
available
Rattler.
right now is that what's
The
the guy?
Rattler.
Jacoby
Rattler.
Brissett or something.
The Rattler. The Rattler.
Rattler snake.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kenny Pickett, what's his name? Kellen Moore can make Kenny Pickett look good for a couple games. I'm pretty sure he can make Spencer Rattler play a couple good. Like, that's why I said I think Spencer Rattler. When I look at him, I'm like, 3 wins. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
And that, like, feels like
You know, then you go. Then he got a nice pick in the actual quarterback draft, not this one.
I don't know what they really have with Spencer Rattler. He might end up okay, but
Look,
I mean, you can't judge him by last year because when
toss
he
him
was
out
playing,
there.
He
almost
only
all
had
the
3
offensive
games.
Guys were hurt.
Yeah, I put the rattlesnake out there and see how bad he is, and then it could be the best thing for the organization for you to run out a young quarterback that at least tries hard, and then maybe he can be the backup in the long term. You know, learn a system, and then draft
Rodgers is better than Williams. Oh my mom.
top tier
Draft Sanders and let them battle it out.
Yeah, and then
Spencer Rattail.
And
Spencer Rattail.
I want Higgins with our second pick, that receiver out of Iowa State.
Man, Higgins' name been
getting a lot
coming
of
up
hype.
a lot.
I know it's what's bothering
might
me. It's
get-
like now I don't know if they're going to get him at 40.
Yeah, he can sneak into the first round if.
Yeah, originally he was like projected as like
site.
around 80 or something. Now all of a sudden I don't even know if we'll get him at 40 or 41, whatever we got. But no, I was hoping I'd love to get Sanders and Higgins, and then you'd have a good receiver to go with him.
Facts.
Definitely need O-line too. Like,
Yeah.
that Saints line is bad. There's a lot of bad
Um,
offensive lines in the game right now.
Bake said that's fucked up. What is Purdy going to get paid on the franchise tag for a 7th round pick? So it's the equivalent to the top 5 or the top 3 highest paid quarterbacks, and it would be mixed in 100%. And
So it'd be
Right,
like
yeah, it
45
doesn't matter
to
where he was
50
drafted for that.
for a year.
And he hasn't even made $1 million in every year of his career. He's like at under $1 million getting paid. I think this is the year that he will get $1 million as an NFL player.
He's probably made more in endorsements than his own goddamn NFL contract.
Well, because here's the thing: he was on the last year of his contract, and the NFLPA. It's probably been like 15 years now where they made it to where you get to that 5th year or that final year, I should say, it's fully guaranteed. So that's usually why it's come extension time or not. You know what I mean? And then like Bake said, his last year is $1 million.
You don't think the Niners are confident enough in him yet to like just lock him up for 5 or 6 years?
I think we're looking at more like a 4 or 5. Probably
And
like
I think to me what it is it's just the art of negotiation. They know they're gonna get it done. You know what I mean? What's the rush? I mean, outside of us fans and shit to talk about during games ain't being played. Now, once the games is being played and every game we get to him being played and he isn't signed, you know, that's when we really need to start worrying 100%.
I'm gonna start worrying if he doesn't go to OTAs, I'm not tripping. If he's not doing anything in training camp and he's like just sitting in, that's gonna annoy me because like this is only his 2nd complete offseason. Is that what it is? 3rd?
Yeah, this will be his 3rd full year starting.
His third year as his 3rd offseason as the starter.
Well, he's had a good attitude, hasn't he? He hasn't complained or anything.
No, not at all. And without a doubt, he's been working with his receivers. The 2 receivers that he's working with, all 3 of them guys grew up in the same area and played high school ball against each other. And they're out in Arizona. Well, they were last week. I seen the clip last week, but they was out there, getting passing sessions going on 100%. So to me, I think Bruh's all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like his attitude. He seems like a guy you would maybe want to go give him a 4 or 5 year deal.
100%.
I say he's the best quarterback Shanahan has had as the coach of the Niners.
And then I like that receiver, which is Jennings.
Yeah, Juwan.
Juwan Man Jennings.
Yep,
he looks like he's got the potential to be a pretty darn good receiver.
Oh my mama.
Yeah, I mean, shit. He catches that touchdown in overtime, or if Chris Jones doesn't fuck that play up in overtime in the Super Bowl, I mean,
excuse me.
He's the MVP, bro.
7th round pick as well. Oh my mama.
I picked him up. I remember I picked him up in fantasy last year, and he had some good games.
Yeah, he was a waiver wire darling for sure.
100%.
Yep. Bake said 41 million isn't bad actually for 1 year rental. Shanahan kicking the can, hoping that Brock gets hurt. Come on now, big bro.
I mean, this is what I think. I think we're looking at like a 4-year extension. So like
he's just being a Raiders fan, man.
That is true. I tried to ignore that part.
He's just being
He's thinking back with Gino now. Okay.
Fuck that bullshit.
Oh, he got Gino. He do got crazy old Pete. I'm not gonna knock what the Raiders are doing. I actually like what they're doing. They're like the Seahawks. They're like the Seahawks of the West.
Yeah, I'd like Johnny Mittens take more than Rodgers to San Francisco, like Rodgers to Miami. I think that would be a fun thing.
Tuna fish.
Tuna is gonna die.
He said at least from 14 games.
We're gonna descale him, fillet him, and serve him up.
He put on like 30 pounds of beer weight though, right? So now it's like, all right, he can take a hit. You know what I mean?
That's the natural Samoan in him.
What
up, how hard it is for him to keep the weight off. That motherfucker has to sit in the sauna probably like 3 hours a day. Just like
he's trying to fight that Samoan, that chromosome from kicking in, where he's like, ooh, and now he's gonna play line. He can't play lineman now. He can't take it.
His brain it must be like pretty small for his cranium. You know, it rattles around too easily.
I mean, he does get obliterated.
That would be the thing I was talking. If Miami Tua will have a concussion, they'll need a quarterback, and Rodgers will step in and
Yeah, and that's perfect for Rodgers. I feel like Miami is a place that he would be down with. Being California, he likes the sunshine, and it's got some. It's a. I don't know if he went to New York to be in the spotlight, but Miami they got a pretty big spotlight too. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I wonder why he won. Well, the Jets was the only ones pretty much given an opportunity at that point too, though, right? Because he had to be traded there at that point.
Yeah, we were supposed to have an elite defense, and we were just missing the quarterback, and
yeah, they went and got him. Even in year 2, they're like, "Fucking give me Devontae Adams," and that shit was kind of crazy.
It did not work.
They tried.
It didn't work.
They tried.
I'm glad they cleaned house and they did what I was crossing my fingers, hoping that they were gonna clean house and totally do a full rebuild, and they got some really nice. The coaching staff is probably the best I've seen the Jets ever have at this point. Ready to go out of the gate. Let's get some talent on. Like, we didn't draft a true rookie. We drafted a young quarterback, but this guy's been in the league for years now, and he could develop into a franchise quarterback. We'll see. And if it doesn't work out, like next year's quarterback class.
I mean, they might view Justin Fields and be like, all right, we'll get him another skill piece. They'll be like, we'll wait on the O-line because that guy can run around.
He was an elite passer in college.
Kidda, how'd you get to be a Jets fan?
I used to be a Chargers fan. I'm from San Diego.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How'd you get to be a Jets fan?
It's same vibe, like I've been dealing with sorriness my whole life. So like,
he likes shit in green.
I'll be able to fit right in with the Jets community.
Right, you do fit in, Jim.
Yeah,
Well, I liked the Jets in 68 when they went to the Super Bowl that year. I really liked the Jets that year.
The Jets are gonna win, I guess.
Yeah, they won the second Super Bowl, right? Wasn't the second?
No, the third Super Bowl.
Third Super Bowl.
Green Bay won the first 2.
I think it was this.
Oh.
It was in,
Was it Kansas City
season, but it was in 1969.
Yeah, they beat the Kansas City and the Raiders the first 2.
Okay.
And but that Jet team, I like that they had Don Maynard and George Fowler.
I mean, like,
good receivers.
It's
funny, man. Back then, I was only 7 years old, and I can remember guys' numbers better then than I can tell you today. They had a running back. Check this name out. I always thought it was a cool name. Emerson Boozer.
Boozer. All right.
Boozer. He was number 32, and that other running back they had was Matt
Snell. You gotta find that jersey, kid.
I got the Boozer.
He might be Carlos Boozer's dad.
I was thinking that myself.
He can get the throwback Jets Boozer jersey, though. You feel me?
He's number 32. I remember that. And they had Matt Snell. He was a good running back, too. He was more of a fullback. He was, I think, number 41.
Yeah, they had like a 2-headed backfield because I remember watching that NFL Live episode.
Yeah,
and they had
those
great
were the
receivers.
days where you did. You
had
hand
great
off to the fullback every once in a while.
Hey, we got the Crooked Commission in the building. What's going on, big bro?
Shout out to the Crooked Commish. Great show last night.
He said, Peacock, what's good? JD Bogey Lee, what's up, kidda?
What's up?
Killing it as always.
Old people go to Florida. That's where Rodgers needs to go. Shout out.
I mean, that's where old people go to retire.
Facts.
That's why they say it's down south.
I can see Rodgers, right? Boom. He won't even. He'll like live like on a catamaran or something. You know what I mean? He'd be like, "Fuck it, buy a little woo wop at the dock." You know what I mean?
If the Jets trade Brees to draft his replacement, which teams would be interested in moving back, the Jags or the Raiders?
I don't understand. We're not getting it. Like, if we can get that much for Brees, then that's awesome. But Brees was a second-round running back 4 years ago. Showed some injury history. I think the best we could do is maybe a third round.
This is year 4 for him.
And then if we can get a second round for the guy, and get the recoup the same capital, then that's an instant fucking send him on over to get him past it. But I don't think we would move up in the first for trading Brees to anybody. Why would you value Brees in a running back class? This is like the best running back class we've had in the last decade.
Yeah, and you're gonna get them on a 4 or 5 year deal, a rookie contract.
Yeah.
If you're the Steelers, maybe you give up some, some maybe not a third. I think the Steelers might actually have a third because I know they don't have a second.
Yeah, I could actually.
Yeah, the Steelers got a third.
I could handle the third.
I mean, the Steelers would be an awesome spot for Brees.
My nose.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's just the way that the NFL is marketing the value on running backs, with serious playing time mileage. It's unless you're look at what Derrick Henry got last year. He got $8 million. The whole league was looking at Derrick Henry as an option, and they're like, yeah, he's old. And I know Brees Hall is not that old, but.
And then a team that has championship aspirations, right? They're like, you know what? Give me.
Yeah, he went to a good team that actually one of the teams that he wanted to go. Maybe he did take a discount and went to the Ravens as opposed to another team that.
Hey, remember what Jerry Jones said? It was a little too rich for his blood.
Yeah. I don't know. Jerry Jones is not a smart person though. He's just rich.
No, really, no. But Derrick Henry,
it out. Actually, he's brilliant.
And so what if Brees Hall goes to the Cowboys and they totally they don't even care about running back class like last year. Like we were all expecting the Cowboys to pick a running back last year, and they go the whole draft just taking other pieces. And
you got a Schottenheimer there running the show. So you're going to run one guy predominantly. If we get Brees there, I would love that.
Yeah.
All my Brees shares.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and like, who's to say the Jets even replenish that position? They got two good running backs over there.
Yeah.
They're not Brees, but.
Yeah, the running back room over in Jersey ain't too bad. It's not the best, but it's serviceable. You got two. What I like about it is if you get rid of Brees, you got the Thunder and Lightning, and so you don't have to have a 3-down workhorse. You got if you're playing down, then you run fucking Isaiah, whatever the fuck his name is,
Davis.
Yep, and then Braylon is a goal line back. Hopefully he gets better because he did kind of suck in those situations.
You know what he couldn't do? Pass pro. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Aaron Rodgers was like, nah. But oddly enough, they were using him in hurry up, him and Davis. They were like interchangeable. It was like, but he couldn't pass pro.
MJD said Travion Henderson is the best pass pro running back in this class.
I mean,
you're gonna get that guy easy in the second round if you want.
That's
or
a key,
third round maybe.
That's a key for guys who last a long time in the league. Look at Jamal Williams.
He said that he's worth a first round pick in this draft. He has him as the number 2 rated running back in this class.
Oh wow, over Omar? That's wild.
Oh, he got Omar as he did his top 7. He had Amarion as the 7th ranked running back.
MJD is
that's what MJD. I was watching it last night. So you know how I always vouch about Steve Smith's podcast.
Yeah.
So Steve Smith let MJD come on his podcast last night, and they did the top 7 running backs in this class, and MJD broke it down. It's like a 45-minute watch. Damn good watch. Please go watch it when you get a chance. 100%. They're not a sponsor of the podcast, but MJD is a friend of the show. 100%.
Yeah, shout out to MJD.
100%. Please go watch that shit, man. And there's some running backs that we haven't even talked about in his top 7 that we need to be targeting in these drafts.
It's a nice class.
100%. Like you said, it might be the best one in the last 10 years, big bro.
Since 2017, I'll say.
That Sunday after, or what is it? Sunday or Monday? When's the draft over? Sunday, right?
Saturday night.
So Sunday, when we know all the landing spots, the rookie draft boards are going to be.
Got to have been the last big class like this, but this might even be better than that class. But because 2017 gave us Fournette, CMC, Dalvin Cook, Kareem Hunt,
Aaron
Jones.
Crooked, that's one of the ones that he got on there. RJ Harvey is one of the ones he got on there, big bro.
From the UFC, man, that's a wrong sport. No, I'm just kidding.
He from UCF.
Oh, you know what? Hey, let's run it.
Let's get it. We can get it. I got it pulled up right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna run a mock. Everybody that's still tuned in live, you know what I mean? We want everybody's participation as well. We're gonna
the Titans go Shedeur Sanders at number 1. No,
in the 2025 NFL draft.
Hey, remember we had the Saints trading up to number 1 a couple of shows ago.
Mm-hmm. We did some madness.
That would be crazy.
That one was inspired.
We made it happen, Papa Guru, on everything. We had y'all trading up to get Cam. It wasn't Shedeur though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing a mix of shaking it. We did quite a few of these, so we don't want to make them look exactly the same each time. But
there ain't much the Saints could do that would shock me, but that would pretty much shock me.
We've seen him trade up and get Ricky Williams before. Shout out to Ricky
Williams.
That
was when we had Mike Ditka.
Shout out to Ricky.
Yeah, man, big up. Okay.
What y'all want to do? Y'all want to shake it up, or we're
going with it.
This pick is in, bro.
We already know the pick is delivered and sealed. It's just needs to be said.
I almost want to go chalk on this one because we might be able to smack through this one quick.
100%. We got Cam Ward off the board.
Yeah, and then I'm even willing to just give the Browns Travis Hunter. This has been all the time.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious one too.
All right.
That Giants pick is anyone's, I think, right now.
Yeah, what y'all think about this Giants pick right here? Because then
I think they trade out.
Okay, but now the question is, Lilo, who's trading in, right? So, and everybody feel free. We got the Giants on the clock.
I think the Saints move in.
Think the Saints move up.
I think the Saints trade with the Giants.
To get who?
Shedeur. You want Shedeur, son.
We're not going up to number 3 to get him. He'll probably be there at 9.
100%. Unless I've been saying this all season, the Raiders. I do feel like if Shedeur falls, Tom Brady has a
he has a correlation there.
He has everyone on speed dial.
He's been involved in the kid's life for the last probably like.
Who's going to be the Jets quarterback, kidder?
The Fields.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I forgot.
They paid him pretty good too. This is pretty cool for the kid too, because he actually
we got a rookie quarterback from last year who's got some decent talent. He was injured the whole season. He was on the PUP list more or less. He didn't get any field action. But this season, he's going to be healthy enough to play. He led FSU to undefeated season. He's a little bit older, but that's fine.
Because I've been really big on Garrett Wilson the last 2 years, and he's never quite.
He's reuniting with his guy from Ohio. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? Justin Fields and
Gary Wilson is one of the best route runners in the league.
I just don't know if Justin Fields is a good enough passer that's going to really get Garrett Wilson to the kind of level I think he could get to if he had the right quarterback.
Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields do have some sort of chemistry, and Justin Fields, if he can clear his mental state on the field and not feel so overwhelmed, I think
he might not got it between the ears.
He's got every.
I'm right here, bro.
I went big on him.
The
last 2 years, I went big on him. He wasn't bad, but he a little bit of a disappointment.
He had he played for Ohio State. He ran a high powered offense. He aired it out. I think he had like his last year in college. He had the best touchdown to interception ratio in the league. It's not like he can't throw the ball efficiently.
He's never had no time in Chicago.
It's just, and every year he had a different general manager, like or head coach or somebody. Like there's this a whole new system that he has to learn every year. So I'm not afraid of him jumping into the Jets and knowing how to learn a system at this point. He's a solid 4 years into the league, and every year he's had a different offense, and I think he can really set the tone for the Jets to begin this rebuild. And if it ain't him as the future quarterback, then at least we're getting a guy that's not gonna really be like bad, I guess. We have a good team. It's not like we need the best quarterback in the league to.
I was about to say that.
Kind of like
we're gonna try to win games, lower scoring, playing defense.
Yeah, it's
running the ball.
It's not the stupidest thing I've ever heard for us to take Fields at $20 million and see what we get out of him, and then if it doesn't work, then we can go ahead and draft a good, rookie quarterback next year.
I love what Bake said. Bake said Garrett Wilson is better than DJ Moore, and DJ went off with Luke Getsy running plays in Chicago. Yeah, and DJ Moore was vouching for
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, 100%. Now better than DJ. DJ has posted. DJ is number one wide receiver in this league for sure too. 100%.
Yeah, DJ Moore is a very consistent receiver. He's not quite. For a long time, it was almost like DJ Moore was the youngish version of Mike Evans, where you could count on that like almost 1,000 yards per season. I think he was falling short a couple of those years, but it wasn't by much. It was like he was still hitting the 900s.
I think Garrett Wilson is one of the most talented receivers if he can get in the right situation.
The Ohio pedigree still means something to me too.
I think he could almost be as good as Jefferson or Chase if he's.
I don't know about that.
I didn't say as good. I said almost as
good. He's one of the better route runners.
He's a better route runner, yes.
It's
Can you believe Joe Burrow had both of those guys?
He can be a top 8.
Brandon got a damn good idea. Maybe we can run it on the next draft. He said 2-round Tuesday. Maybe we could do 2 rounds a day on one of these drafts.
Tomorrow would be a perfect day for that.
Give me 2 rounds of tacos.
Come on now. Everything. Bake said the Giants take Mr. Carter off the board.
Yeah, he's the best player available. Unless they're like, okay, let's take a offensive lineman. But I think Carter would have a bigger immediate impact than.
What's crazy is the Giants' ownership want a quarterback, right? No, it's the GM. The coach wants a quarterback, and the GM wants a skill position. So that fucking shit's a mess over in New York.
I mean, they don't have to be on the same page. That's fine.
No, but it's always good to be.
I can understand why they're not interested in a quarterback because, in my opinion, there's not a lot of quarterbacks.
And you said the owner is giving some input, Lee?
Yeah, John Mara
draft a quarterback.
He needs to sit his motherfucking ass down.
That's the thing. The Mara wants a quarterback. The coach wants a quarterback. But the GM, what's his name? Joe Sheen, he wants a skill position.
Yeah, John Mara need to kick back, bro.
If I'm on the team, I'm gonna say I'll make my own name myself.
So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to lock Mr. Carter in right here at the number 3 spot? Or
Yeah,
we gonna,
It makes the most sense.
makes the most sense. Yeah.
let's lock in. Hey, Mr. Carter, tell me where you been. Okay, we got the New England ear to the streets Patriots on the board right now.
I think they're going with the guy from LSU.
LSU, Will Campbell.
Let's get it. Talk about it.
Punch it in.
Punch it in. The pick is in. Will Campbell.
I mean, unless somebody, you never know with trades. I can't predict trades, but
that's why we here, big bro. We gonna shake this shit up. We gonna make it happen at one of these picks.
It's gonna be an interesting pick.
And then I didn't know Will Campbell came in and started as a true freshman at 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
On everything. So he got a lot of experience.
They say he could be a game changer.
Great competition. That's crazy. Okay.
I think Jacksonville might be a team that could trade out of that spot a little bit, but I'm not sure who would want to take that spot. Who would want to move there?
Okay. So we still got Genty, Shador, Mimbu. Mimbu is a hot topic. Tet is still there. Tyler Warren is starting to get a lot of love. One of the guys on ESPN this morning on Get Up, I forgot exactly who it was.
Oh, Mr. Rolex?
They said that Tyler Warren won't make it out the top. He won't make it out the top 10.
No, he won't.
So
He's
we
too
got a lot of
coveted.
players. We got some players we could trade up for.
If he's there at 9, I think the Saints might end up taking him.
Or if the Giants love Dart, we can have the Giants trade in somewhere to pick up Dart.
It just makes more sense for them to go Graham here.
You want to go Graham?
Yeah, I'd go Graham and then come on back in for Dart. Try to get back in.
Okay, we got Graham off the board in Jacksonville.
And then I don't know
Vegas, Oakland Raiders, and Bakes. If Bakes,
We know that's going to be that's Genty.
That's Genty. I'm almost
that's
sure.
Sanders. Fuck Genty. We need to have Shador Sanders sitting behind Geno Smith, and then the system doesn't have to change. We got the future. Geno's probably 2-3 years at best, and Sanders after a little while he could definitely. Damn it, man!
we got him locked in, man. We got a Raider fan in the building. We gotta lock it in. We gotta lock it in. So here could be the sweet spot for
whatever
Genty.
Warren. If we're taking Tyler Warren.
Okay, Tyler Warren's off the board. We got the Panthers on the clock with a lot of players here. Genty, Shador, Johnson, Tet, Jalen Walker, Stewart, Kelvin Banks, Golden, and Mike Green. Let me make this pick, y'all. We're going to put Golden there for fantasy purposes. Papa Guru, you got Genty and you got Shador Sanders. What you want to do, big bro?
Wait. I was going to look at something on the computer. Go back.
You got Ashton Genty and Shador Sanders on the board right now for you. Who you want to take?
Oh man, I'm gonna say they're gonna take Genty if he's there.
There it is. There, we got Ashton Genty off the board,
and he
number
sits
9.
behind Alvin Kamara.
Okay, now look, we know
you
the Bears.
Me who I want or who I think they're gonna take?
Who you think?
Well, then I would think because for some reason I don't think they is high on Sanders. I would take Sanders, but I think they're going to take Genty if he's there.
There it is. There we got.
Wait. Was Warren still there?
No,
he went 2 picks ahead. Pause.
Okay, Warren was going. All right, yeah. Then I would tell you, I think they'll go with Genty. Then
We got Genty off the board with Shador still available with the Bears on the clock now. Is this where somebody trades in to get Shador, whether it be Cleveland, New York, Pittsburgh? Let's try and
If anything, I could see the Giants coming back in, but I don't think but they're so high on freaking what's his name, Dart.
does Cleveland or the Giants have another first round pick, a later first?
You know what?
No, they don't. They only have one.
Let's try and get Cleveland back in to put Shador and Travis back together.
Yeah.
Cleveland
That sounds
trades
like a good
with
idea.
the Bears. Where's the Bears at? Okay, so they have one of the top. They got the first pick in the second round.
Second round, yeah, they could package that with a couple other things and move up. Maybe.
Let's see. There it is. There, I might have gave up too much, but we got it. Shador Sanders is off the board to Cleveland. The Niners is up on the clock. Bogey, you back in here, big bro? Nope.
No.
Okay. I'm jumping back and forth, y'all. Let's see.
Who's up now?
The 49ers.
The Niners. The Niners.
You have to make your honorary pick.
Yeah, you and Bogey got to make that one.
And we'll give Bogey a few seconds to see if he pull back in.
What time is it? It's 10. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably getting his kids ready.
Yep. Okay, I'll make the pick. We're gonna take Kelvin Banks, the next best offensive tackle off the board.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Oh my mama. We got Dallas up. Any Cowboys up in here, man? If it's a Cowboy up in here, let us know.
I think the Cowboys are going to take McMillan.
Okay, let's do that.
I like that. I like that Banks pick right there. Let's go.
Come on now.
The gang.
And now we got Ted off the board. We got the Dolphins on the clock. Emil, you still in the you still in the chat, big bro, let us know what's going on.
If Will Johnson's there, I think he likes Will Johnson too.
Bears take Green, I feel here. Everything.
Mike Green?
Smoking Jay.
Man, I gotta watch this kid. I don't understand the
Hampton to the Dolphins. Bake said.
Okay.
Let's see if Emil pop up in real fast. If not, we'll put Hampton to the Dolphins.
Gangster.
What pick is that, JD?
We on the number 13 with the Dolphins.
Okay. I got something for y'all in about 4 or 5 picks. I got a pretty big deal that I'm going to propose.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we go.
I can't do it yet. I got to wait till it gets close.
We're gonna do
to make it seem reasonable what I'm going to propose here.
I like it. He got Pop's got something cooking back there.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one. I think.
He's got the recipe cooking.
We got Hampton.
Well, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. So far, we just had 2 quarterbacks go, right?
Yeah.
Yep, just Shador and Cam.
Okay, all right, we're good. Because that's part of my deal. All right, yeah, no.
Yep, and we got Hampton off the board.
Oh shit.
Hampton's off the board. Now we got the Colts up on the clock.
I think the Colts go tight end.
You want to go Loveland?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it.
Okay, let's go Loveland to the Colts.
That's all I've been lazy with the Colts needs. I just go, yeah, give him the tight end.
Okay, we got Loveland to the Colts. We got the Falcons on the clock.
Walker.
Y'all get to like 18 and 19. Sound the bell.
The Georgia kid?
Yeah,
Jalen Walker.
There we go. Jalen Walker stays home.
There you go.
We got the Cardinals on the clock.
Ooh.
All right.
They have been connected to the Ohio kid.
Double E?
Mbugwe, or whatever the fuck.
Double E.
Mbuke?
The Books.
Mbooks.
The Books. Yeah, that makes sense.
2 hours.
Okay, Cardinals.
He's already the best receiver they have on that team now.
They take the They take back-to-back Ohio State wide receivers in the first round. Now we got the Bengals on the clock.
The Bengals. Ooh.
What pick are they?
They are 17, and Banks said Mike Green to Cincinnati.
I like that too. Because they need
lock it
pass
in.
rusher opposite of Trey Hendrickson. They might even trade away Trey Hendrickson. So
Let's lock it in. Now we got Seattle on the clock.
they kind of they need O-line, but then they also can get another weapon here.
Give me a second. I'm gonna step out for a few.
Yeah. What y'all think?
What's that other? They have another good receiver that they could get right there, huh? What's that one?
Who's it gonna be? Bergen?
I don't have my board in front of me because I had to move my phone. It was written ready to die on me, so I had to move it over so I can't see the thing.
Let's see.
You
know what was crazy? I was thinking if Loveland would have fell here, I would have gave them Loveland too. No one puts them looking at a tight end, but
Texas didn't have a good receiver.
Yeah, the Matthew Golden.
Yeah,
gone off the board.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
So it would be like Burden if we go receiver here.
There's always Trey Harris from Ole Miss.
I mean, with the news that they're shopping around both their running backs. You know what I mean? I wouldn't doubt it, but
they need
they still have
offensive
Travis. He's been their GM for the last 15 years now. Like, you know what I mean? I outside of
take the Simmons
go first round running back.
The
and you know how that worked out.
Take Josh Simmons from Ohio State. They need line help.
There you go. That's a good one. Sam Darnold, he doesn't want to see ghosts ever again.
Lee and Kidda, I'll tell y'all off the board reminds me of in my big fantasy baseball league that we do an in-person draft every year, and we've been doing it for a long time. It's a 12-team league. We draft 408 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to keep up as you get later and later. And I keep wanting to draft a guy. Oh, he's been taken. He's off the board.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll keep naming them until I get to somebody that's still.
I remember doing those fantasy baseball drafts in Maine. Those are some fun ones. Live personal drafts were fun.
Yeah, I should have gotten in that thing with y'all, but the baseball, man, it takes a lot of my. I check that stuff every day. You got to really keep on top of it.
Yeah, and waivers are at 2:00 in the morning my time. I go to bed at 9 and wake up at 1:30.
Well, to see the thing, the league that I'm in, I kind of like it because you have a big draft, but during the season you can only make 6 moves.
Oh wow! So
I like those leagues.
So you end up really your draft is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, your draft is everything.
Yeah, right. I like those leagues.
Yeah, I kind of like a league with limited moves. I find some of these.
Yeah, because nobody got time for that bullshit every day.
Yeah, man. It's like people end up with a totally different team. It's like I don't like that.
That's why I'm a best ball champion.
Talk about it, big bro. Talk that shit.
I just fucking draft the bitch and forget about it. And then all of a sudden,
you said it on the lineman. You going Simpson?
Which one? Who?
Are we going Simmons, Kidda? Is that who you
Ohio.
Okay.
Let's go. Josh Simmons off the board. We got the Bucks on the clock, y'all.
Okay, what are the Bucks? 19?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And who's after the Bucks?
Broncos and then the Steelers.
Okay.
Man, the Bucks.
Well, I don't know if you want to put it here or the next one. I guess I'm gonna.
It's all on you, big bro. Go ahead. Let us know what we're doing.
Well, what I'm proposing is the Saints are gonna. I don't know what they're gonna give up, but they're gonna work out a package and they're gonna move into either the number 19 or 20 spot, jump the Steelers and take Dart.
Okay,
I can see that happening, Papa Guru.
We about to do it right now.
The Steelers are thinking, oh, he's falling to us. We're going to get Dart at 21. And the Saints are going to say, no, you're not. We're going to make our move and we're going to jump in front of you.
There it is.
Because I don't know if y'all remember the year when Patrick Mahomes was drafted. They claimed the Saints were ready to draft him, and the Chiefs moved into the spot right in front of the Saints.
Yep.
And got him.
I've heard that before my damn self.
And look what happened.
Sean Payton swears that was what they were going to do. But
I mean, Sean Payton did. He was at all the pro days for Patrick Mahomes, and they did bring him in for multiple visits. So it was a thing.
Yeah.
There go to Trey right there on the board. We gave the Bucks the 40th pick of this year and a 26th first and a 26th second in order to receive the 19th pick. And who did the Saints take at the 19th pick, big bro?
Dart.
Let's do it. The
Let's
pick
go.
is in. We got Jackson Dart at the 19th spot to the Who Dat Nation.
Wow.
They got a little antsy. They were going to wait to 20, but they got a little antsy.
They
Yeah, the
got their
Buccaneers were
guys
like, "Fuck
locked
it, we'll
in.
take
Let's
y'all-
get
we'll
it,
take all
baby.
your
Jackson Dart and Genty, man.
I don't think that's that crazy, though, really.
Come on now.
I like it. They're rebuilding.
No, I think that's a possibility. They could do that at 19 or 20. If Dart's falling to that, I think they might try and do it to the Steelers what the Chiefs did to them.
Let's do it.
Ooh, this one's spicy.
We cooking, baby. We got the Broncos, the Orange Crush on the board. What y'all want to do with them, y'all?
They're going to take that running back from North Carolina.
Miami took him. We got him to Miami.
Took him, he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to keep up with it because I don't.
No,
have it
it's
in
all
front of
good.
me.
We still got Travion Henderson on the board. If y'all want to put a running
there
back
it
here,
is.
Where'd he go to school?
The MJD special. He
Ohio State.
We'll give him to the Broncos then.
Let's do it.
I think they're going to kind of want a running back.
No, I'm with you. I mean, and if they in the event they don't take one early, they'll still try to take one later. You know what I mean? And then maybe Estimate still has a shot for all my freaking busted Estimate shares.
They probably would have took Harmon, but
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess it is just DJ Jones over there. You're right. They could use DT.
yeah, and it's an Oregon guy, so bring over somebody that's Bo Nix-fied.
Right?
Bo Nix is vouching for the man.
Bo Nixified. Bo Nixified and Bo Nix approved.
We got the black and yellow on the board, man. What is Coach Mike Tomlin thinking right here, fellas?
Oh, they're really pissed. This is where
Yeah,
they
they pissed off right now.
I think they go
100%.
Harmon. They go DT or Edge here.
Well, we
What
still
about
got
them
one of the
with-
top.
Yeah.
What about them with what's the other quarterback? Melrose?
Milroe's still there, y'all.
I'm down to pull up Milroe right here. Fuck it.
Would
let's
you think they
go.
would want him? I mean, isn't he kind of like the next
I mean,
in line?
I think it would be too high. If that was the case, that I could see them trading back. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
but
they might trade back a little bit, but they definitely want a quarterback though.
you also
We got
Casey,
a lot of
Casey
quarterbacks
Hayward.
that can be dark.
not Casey Hayward. What's his name? Cam Hayward. He's getting old.
Yeah,
You
they're
know what I
knowing
mean?
them. They might trade back right there. I don't know who would want something at 21, but I would think the Steelers might figure, well, we're going to get our quarterback. If we can get somebody that's interested, we'll trade back 5-10 spots and still get our quarterback.
I don't know. There's a lot of good players on that board right now.
Well, I understand that, but I think the Steelers are pretty much, they got to take a quarter. The Steelers don't even have a second round pick.
Yeah, it's true.
So they stuck.
You
They
know
got to
what?
get a quarterback.
Let's
No,
do this.
more reason
let's
not
take
to
it
take
away to the
Let's get
third
the Eagles to
round.
trade up here.
Huh?
Let's get the Eagles to trade up and let's go. They want to go and get a Malachi.
Okay.
Yeah,
the Eagles come up and take Malachi.
yeah.
get it.
And then the Steelers we could target Milroe there.
At 32.
We
Yeah.
got the two Pennsylvania teams cooking up a deal right now. We got the 21st
Isn't
to
Milroe
32nd.
considered the third, number 3 quarterback? I mean, the number 4 quarterback?
Yeah, I
He's
think
essentially
so.
the
His
number
class
four,
is-
Yeah.
This class isn't really 4 first rounders. I mean, you sometimes.
Oh shit! How the fuck did they?
Here's how they draft.
They did.
Most organizations draft this way too. They don't draft by need when it gets to the first round. They draft by best player available. So if the best player available is a quarterback, then they're going to take the quarterback. But if it isn't a quarterback, they're not afraid to take a player that they already are in a position of strength because strength is in numbers. And when it comes to first rounders, most of the time these are blue chip draft options. You can't miss on your first round pick.
The Eagles about to trade up and go get a blue chip that I think.
By just saying, we have a quarterback.
Hey, so what happened on the trade was I made the trade go through, but it gave us Will Johnson. I don't know how in the fuck that shit happened.
Will Johnson?
Yeah, it gave him Will Johnson.
He was the best player available. Like I said, I was like, most of the time in the first round, we're not taking position of need. We're taking best player available. That's what we did in the first 3 picks. You know, we took Abdul Carter early. We took Travis Hunter early. Even though that, you know, arguably the teams needed other positions.
That's still not bad for the Eagles right there.
Yeah. Will Johnson is
Quinyon Mitchell
is the top cornerback in this draft, right? Maybe it's a weak cornerback class, but he's the best cornerback in this group. Supposedly.
That's the Michigan guy.
Yeah,
man. I'd be surprised if he lasts that long.
Yeah,
see, that's why the Eagles they traded up, got their guy. Realistically, the Steelers could have been.
What was that, though, kiddo? What was that?
Nice
few years back,
opposite of
a few years back, they had a draft where they weren't expecting that many quarterbacks to go in the first round, and a lot more went than they were thinking.
Was that 22?
It may have been. I don't know. I know there was a few years ago where it seemed like there was a lot of quarterbacks that got taken in the first round.
I know the Trevor Lawrence class was fat on quarterbacks, and that was to be expected. But the other big quarterback draft would have been last
2024.
Yeah. And then maybe 21. What was that?
21 was a huge class. That was Herbert's class.
No, Herbert's was the 20. Herbert's was the 20 where we got Joe Burrow, Herbert, to Jalen Hurts later on.
6 quarterbacks.
Hurts was a third rounder?
Hurts was a second rounder.
Second round?
Yeah.
Second round,
and then in 21, that's when you had the Lawrence and all of them, Mac Jones.
Didn't they have a lot of quarterbacks the year Lamar Jackson came out?
Autumn. The 21 was the funniest, though. They all buzzed. Oh, Justin Fields got a gig right now. No, it's not just Lawrence.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Justin Fields.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Who's the guy y'all messed up on, Bogey? Y'all went all big on him, and he didn't ever
Trey
do
Lance.
anything.
Trey Lance.
Y'all gave up a lot for him.
Picks.
Yeah. And it's crazy because we were still able to win in spite of him because that was the whole thing is we were trying to trade up to get a kid for the future. And it swung and missed. But then ironically, the Brock could be our guy, and he came via Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, it's like as bad as y'all messed up on him, y'all kind of got good fortune with Purdy, so it kind of all up for it.
And somewhere in the world, Trey Lance is losing all his hair.
And what pick are we at right now?
Where is he right now?
Chargers.
I think he's actually with the Chargers.
He's a third string on the Chargers.
Maybe practice squad.
I can't keep up with all these these backup quarterbacks.
No. Well,
and
give me number.
On number 22. It's the Chargers on.
Give me Luther Burden.
Okay, got the wide receiver.
Luther Burden is off the board, baby.
Surprised he didn't get Pierce.
We got Green Bay on the clock.
I think they need to go with it. I think they need to go edge.
Yeah, maybe they go Pierce here.
James Pierce off the board. We got the Minnesota Vikings on the clock.
Ninja, what you do?
Minnesota Den up in here, big bro?
He was earlier. I haven't seen much of him.
Anybody in the chat got an idea for the Vikings, man? Let us know. Shout out to the chat, everybody that's tuned in with us this morning, man. We appreciate y'all. We are on the clock or the countdown to the 2025 NFL draft. 100%. You know what I mean? We are fantasy football degenerates around here. So we have been live since I think Wednesday of last week. Just getting tuned up for the draft, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. If you can, like, subscribe, and comment wherever you tuned in from 100%, and make sure you click that bell because it's Christmas time for us fantasy football folks, man.
100%. And then our second Christmas is the schedule.
Come on now, 100%.
We can make our trips.
Facts. Let's go ahead and get another message from our sponsor. We are powered by the neonpeacockmerch.com merch website. Y'all go ahead and watch this commercial, man, and get tuned in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. neonpeacockmerch.com, man. All you got to do is slide over to the website, enter your email address, get locked into where you can get the updates of when new stuff is dropping, when sales is dropping. 100% slide through, get all the latest and flyest drip of any of your fantasy football players, any of your favorite football teams, anything that you want to get cooked up. Big Brother gonna make it happen 100%, man. And Banks said that Minnesota takes Malachi Starks.
Nice
Malachi's off the board. Boom. We got the Houston motherfucking Texans 7-1-3. Stand the fuck up. 100%. Peacock, if you in the building, let us know what H-Town does, man. The home of the drip. You know what I mean? 100%. Yes, sir. Let's see who's still on the board. We got they needs is tackle, guard, center, wide receiver, and DT. Let's go to the best OT. We still got Conley. Oh, Tyler Booker locked in. Already know what my dog talking about. 100%. Now we got the Rams on the board right here, y'all. I mean, the Rams on the clock. We got the Rams on the clock, and then the Ravens after them. Rams need linebacker. Oh, yeah. We're going to put Jahai with them. Bang, Jahai Campbell. Now we got the Ravens on the clock, and we still got Nick Imawari. We still got Walter Nolan, Shamar Stewart, Derek Harmon, Jade Barron. Don't put Jade Barron with them. Let me look in the chat. Let's put
what they need. Don't they need a receiver?
It says guard, cornerback, edge, linebacker, and safety as their top needs.
Oh, all defenses.
You want to put a receiver in Baltimore?
I don't know. It seems like they can always use another receiver. I forgot who they have last year.
Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman came on in a few games. Who else? Oh, no, was Odell there last year? Yeah, I think Odell was there last year.
Yeah, he was there.
And all they added was DeAndre Hopkins as of right now. So I mean,
right.
And we still got Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals, and Jaden Higgins still on the board for the top 4 wide receivers left.
They drafted a receiver last year too. Second rounder.
Okay. So you want to give them something different?
Yeah.
We still got Stewart, Harmon, Barron, Williams, Michael Williams, Nick Imawari, and Walter Nolan, and Gray Zabel, which they definitely need a offensive guard.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Best player available. Who's on the board right now?
Shamar Stewart, the pass rusher from A&M.
Okay. I like that.
All right.
Y'all do those big dynasty leagues where y'all draft a lot of defensive guys too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
50.
When you do that, you got to kind of keep up with everything.
Yeah, it's like a round the clock thing. You got to know everything on those.
Yeah, that's you got to almost be like a darn general manager or something.
So that's what you are.
On top of everything. Yeah.
We basically start a full team and we rostered like almost 53 people.
Yeah,
y'all pretty much everything except for what? Special teams.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
y'all
pretty
do
much.
Kickers and punters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No kickers.
We got Detroit on the clock.
I won Detroit.
Detroit needs a linebacker.
Okay, we still got we got an edge in Michael Williams. We got an edge in Scooteron.
Is Jihad still there?
Is who?
Jihad?
No, we got him in with the Rams.
Okay.
The next true inside linebacker is Carson Schweschinger.
All right.
We're getting a lot of love into this shit too, bro. Walter Nolan with them. They got they need edge, guard, safety, and wide receiver. We still got Jade Barron on the board for him.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Here we go. Here we got Jade.
Barron on that defense. Like it.
Now we got the Commandos on the clock. Commandos need an edge, a corner, safety, linebacker, and wide receiver.
Give them a wide receiver.
Let's go wide receiver.
How about I don't think he'd go. What is this? Like the 31st pick? A 30?
20 on the 29th.
29th? Might be a little bit early, but I was gonna say give them Higgins.
Let's do it.
Although he keeps moving up the board, it wouldn't shock me.
There it is, bro. Let's get it, man. Higgins off the board to this
I want my Saints
Commandos.
to get him, but I don't think they're gonna get him.
We got Buffalo on the clock. Jaden Higgins, man, is moving up, bro. He's gonna be one of these fantasy players that everybody targeting for sure if he land in the right spot, like Washington.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Wasn't Jalen Noel projected to go before Higgins?
In this one, they got him like that for sure.
Yeah.
They got Higgins as the 60-something, and they got Noel as the 49th wide receiver or the 49th
Yeah, but
player.
there's no way Higgins is going to go to 60-something.
Nope, no way. You're right there.
I'm hoping he makes it to the Saints at whatever it is, 40 or 41, but I don't even know if he's going to make it to them. Assuming they don't do what we said and trade up or something and lose the pick.
Yeah, Abuka went to Arizona, Bakes, and the top wide receivers. Oh, there they go right there. Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals, and Kyle Williams, and Jack Betch.
Oh, I like him, man. He's good too.
He's from TCU.
Nice.
Yeah, he's from where I live, from Lafayette.
Yeah, he went to TCU, right?
Yeah, he was at LSU, and then he transferred.
And then he went to
high school. He went to high school about 3 miles from me.
He just lost his younger brother too.
Yeah, he lost his brother in that New Year's deal in New Orleans.
And he's playing in memory of his brother. Yeah, and I hope he does.
Oh, yeah, he's playing with some serious
heavy heart.
Want to call it.
I hope he does, and I hope someone picks him up. He's a damn good player.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get drafted for sure.
He's the kind of guy that just makes big plays at big.
I've seen him a bunch of times here at TCU because I'm about 15 minutes from the stadium.
They said he really balled out in the senior.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get drafted. That's for sure.
I think he might go in the second round. I don't know where they have him projected at.
So we've been hearing a lot of stuff out of Buffalo with the James Cook shit. I kind of like Caleb Johnson here.
Let's do it.
It gives them a different dynamic of a running game. We just paid Josh Allen a record fucking deal, and it's not like we're not losing faith on him, but maybe let's run some fucking. Let's get the running back some touchdowns on the goal line. That's not.
Then again, Josh Allen takes those.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like he just signed the biggest contract in the history of fucking NFL. So if we can get a running back that can actually do that job, then that might be the smart long-term investment. And Caleb Johnson,
facts because you don't got to pay Cook. Cook is on his 4th year. He wants a contract, and if you can shop him and get something, 100%. Yeah, I ain't mad at that idea, big bro. Okay, we got the Kansas City Chiefs on the board right now. I mean, on the clock right now.
Just give him a pile of shit. It's all set.
A pile of boo-boo. We're going to give them Derek Harmon. That's their main.
Yep.
That's what they say their main thing is. That's perfect. And then we got Jalen Milroe to the Steelers. They end up getting the quarterback that they like and extra capital. That's the first mock draft we completed.
Nice.
Well, that's we made it through the whole first round.
Come on now. There it is.
Hey, JD, I'm bringing my iPad and all that stuff to the salon tomorrow.
Isaiah Bond. Yeah, that would have been a good one, too.
Well, he's going to drop because of his issues, too. So.
Equivalent to a pile of doo-doo.
Was that what it is?
Right. Let me go back up that draft thing. 2025 mock draft simulator. Yep.
Well, look, I'm gonna slip out myself, and I really enjoyed being on with y'all.
Man, we appreciate you for pulling up.
I hope I brought a little something to the show, but I'll be glad to come back at some time whenever y'all want.
If you want, pop on Thursday night and you can call the Saints pick with Spencer.
Why? He's coming on Thursday?
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that might be good. But
yeah, you welcome. Hey, whenever you got time, man,
you're more than welcome.
You got the open invite, Papa Guru, 100%, man, and you definitely dropped some gems on us today, 100%, man. We sure appreciate you for pulling up.
Yeah, when Spencer was little, I used to always tell him because I'm kind of like I don't want to say exact, but I'm kind of like a little bit of a baseball and football historian. No,
I was about to say that.
He's a walking encyclopedia.
But when Spencer was little, I used to tell him, I said, if you're going to like the sport, you need to learn the history too. Not just what's going on today. You need to learn about the old guys too.
My father told me that about soccer.
For Spencer's age, he knows some old stuff pretty good. He's pretty good knowledge on the old stuff.
Them is facts, 100%. So, you definitely got to know the history of the game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Bogey, 100%. I guess had to go do something with. But All right. Well, y'all have a good one, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah, all right,
have a good one, big
take
bro.
care of yourself, my friend.
Who that?
All right.
Who that said
Bye-bye.
they gonna beat them Saints? Papa Guru in the building,
Who
y'all.
that?
100%.
Look at him sitting. Bake said, I just imagine Papa Guru looks like Papa Smurf with the beard.
Yeah, we done ran through our first one 100%. I'm gonna go run in the house real fast and see if I can put together something like what Kid is doing. I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, good.
I got double spice on mine, so I got the ramen. I get the Buldak. It's like a Korean brand, and the noodles come out real nice. And they got I get the carbonara one. So they got a seasoning packet that's like cheesy, like whatever the fuck. It thickens out the sauce, and then it comes with a packet of hot sauce. But my girlfriend, she loves these, but she doesn't like the hot sauce. So I've got a refrigerator full of the hot sauces. Whenever she makes hers, she takes the hot sauce and puts it into the refrigerator. So this time I doubled up on it. And boy, it's pretty good. It's pretty spicy. Nothing that I can't handle, but doubling up on the spicy definitely has an immediate effect. You're like, oh shit, yeah, this is definitely on a different level. It's good though. It's much better than your generic cup of noodles or the top ramen, or what's the other one, the Maruchan ramen. This one the noodles come out much better. I'm talking to Papa Guru with all his knowledge. I feel like I would have to watch 200 hours of ESPN Classic to
For sure.
to know what he's talking about. You know,
yeah, especially when he's going back to 1960s.
I don't fuck with that. So all the names that he was talking about, I was like, I had never heard of.
I won't lie, I had to Google some.
Yeah, ESPN Classic was cool. My favorite thing on the ESPN Classic was when they showed the home run derbies. Back then, back in those days, home run derbies wasn't like an all-star.
No. Yeah,
it was like an actual an
event,
weekend special. So on the off season, they would bring in two guys to go play heads up in a home run derby, and this like weird field. They had a really tall fence, but I don't think the distances were too wild. But big fence, probably like a training facility, a college, or a minor league field in the middle of nowhere, and they would get the best hitters of their days going up against each other. That was a really interesting show. So I do know classic baseball much better than I do classic football. I'll say that much. But I didn't really start paying attention to football hardcore until I was probably closer to a teenager. But baseball, I've been baseball my whole life. I was in diapers singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and I was probably some of the first words I knew. So some of the football knowledge, I got a lot of catching up to do. But I do remember ESPN Classic when you'd flip over to that channel. They'd have the old black and white football games, and yeah, maybe I should have gave them a little bit more attention, because I don't know a whole lot about classic football like that.
Well, here.
In those days, it was definitely a running game. It's definitely run the football, and passing was a weapon, but you really ran the ball in the old days. like, what do we call that? Hard-nosed football, where you got I formations and wheel routes maybe, but really you're running the ball, and the running back in the old days was your playmaker. You had a couple receivers in the league, but
okay, my bad. Got all the kids out to school now. Success.
it's almost like watching old school football. Is like, yeah, it's like 7 times out of 10 they're gonna be running the ball for sure.
Yeah, and like they would never go for it on 4th.
No, yeah.
Ever. It would literally have to be the Super Bowl, and you're down there in enemy territory, and you have to go for it all. That'd be the only instances. You know what I mean? Maybe at the end of the season when you needed to win a game that bad, and you're like, all right, but this is our only chance. We can't kick the ball back. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, you would never see them do it.
Yeah.
I'd say the tide with that started to change. Like, I'd say 2018. Well, that's when you had teams starting to have
we call it the West Coast offense for a reason. So the West Coast offense, I think, was the Raiders, and they started. Well, this I think it's like early '80s, late '70s when the passing game started.
49ers. Bill Walsh. He's basically where the West Coast offense.
West Coast offense, Niners. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I knew. Eric Coryell, that's an old Chargers coach. He schemed it up for white boy wide receiver and Fouts. They threw the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm. What's going on over there?
Just ramen. I was telling him about Bodak.
Nice. I fuck with Bodak.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of those. My kids got into that shit because they're into like Korean everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like they but yeah, we'll go to the market and they'll buy like a bunch of the bowls and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and you just dope it up. Like, oh, I had cheese and eggs and shit.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah, it's fire. Especially when you don't have anything to eat and you're like, okay, I need to go to real quick, couple minutes, we're in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like their noodles. Noodles is good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I forgot I just jumped into y'all conversation. What was y'all on? You guys were on some old
stuff. I was giving props to Papa Guru saying that I'd have to watch like 300 hours of ESPN Classic to know half of what he's talking about.
Yeah. You know what's pretty cool? We have access to stuff like that now, though, because they have. I wonder how far they archive stuff.
Oh, it goes back way back.
Yeah, right. No, I'm talking about like what's accessible to us when you have like ESPN Plus and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's ESPN Classic. I remember that was when that was a new thing, when that was a new channel, and I was telling the chat the show. I was like, I used to watch the shit out of ESPN Classic, but I would really tune in when it was baseball. And they did this thing almost on the daily where they would recap like the old school home run derbies. And back then, the home run derbies wasn't like an all-star classic type of event. It was a legit like off-season, take 2 players, bring them in. They go head to head and they play. I think it was like 7 innings. So you played the innings and you got 3 outs per inning. And
so this home run derby back in the day used to be like an actual like a scrimmage game, or not a scrimmage, like a
exhibition. We'll call it an exhibition. But there was a prize money involved.
Were they nerfing the pitches at all?
Yeah, batting practice, 100%. Yeah, batting practice.
Oh,
so they went to a specific field, and it was it had tall fences. I don't think the dimensions were awkward, but it had a tall fence, and it was like a spring training, minor league field, maybe college field in the middle of nowhere. They didn't have no. It wasn't built for fans. It was just these two guys coming on for a television special, and they filmed it. They set it up to where I think they played for 7 innings, and you get 3 outs per inning, and you just alternate until the end of the match, and whoever had the most home runs, they walked away with like $10,000 or something,
which was the equivalent to like 100.
And now it's like
it was big money back then. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
But you had the greats. The greats were coming out on that. It wasn't like a bunch of no names entering in the home run derby. It was like all the best players that you would want to see, like Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio,
Mantle. How long was Mickey Mantle after the great Bambino?
They were on the same time almost.
Same team, but that was like the Bambino played in the 20s, and then Mickey Mantle, that was already like World War II, so
like 60-ish.
40s.
So he was a
30
youngster.
years.
He was a youngster like in World War II, and Babe Ruth played for a long, long time. Remember, he was a coach and a player for the Braves. He was a
Did
coach.
He win titles anywhere else outside of New York?
Yeah, Boston, New York, and then not the Boston Braves, but I think they were already in Atlanta.
Yeah,
maybe they were still in Boston, but he played for the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Braves. And at the end of his career, he was a player coach. He was DHing and coaching.
Cool. Was that before DH was the thing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, the DH was.
Well, I guess it's only in recent history that they actually like DHs get paid their own, like they have their own little category now. You know?
That's a new thing. DH
that's
for
really
both
new,
leagues
actually.
is a new thing.
That's
The
probably
the National League up until what 5 years ago was always pitchers hit.
2020.
And now it's about 3 years ago. They
went
to the universal DH.
Yeah, American League. Maybe I am wrong, Lee, but American League DH.
Yeah, watching them old games is pretty dope, especially or even if in this case the home run derby, like you said. Yeah, I used to always watch. Shit.
All right, the designated hitter started in 1973.
Yeah,
in the
I see
National
it right
League.
there.
And in 2022 came universal.
Yeah, 73. So the pitchers were hitting in the American League.
And then in 2022 they made it universal.
So for example, if you're a pitcher but you don't hit that good, and then you're up at bat, you could have your DH come in there.
No.
How does it work?
No,
Like,
you gotta.
Usually you bunt.
It's not a max strikeout, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually you're getting lucky or you're bunting.
Pretty much bunting.
So when you're creating your lineup, you would have that guy like at the
batting
end.
ninth. They would typically bat ninth, and then the savvy move became bat up eighth, so you can get a man on for your leadoff hitter to set the tone or set it up for your third and fourth hitter, and sometimes second hitters are usually on base guys. So if you could get ducks on the pond for the person hitting third in your lineup, that was an advantage. But now since we have universal DH, there's less strategy when it comes to the 8 and 9 hole.
How much game time does a DH have? Is there people that are just a DH?
Mm-hmm.
Full-time hitter, that's what it means. So you're not playing the outfield, you're just hitting.
Cool.
Just for the game, typically, but like a Shohei Ohtani, He's a DH. He ain't gonna play outfield. He did play a little bit of outfield for the Angels, but with the Dodgers, they're not trotting
They're not
out.
fucking around. They're like, we got outfielders for that.
Another full-time DH would be Giancarlo Stanton, but he's been injured probably most of his seasons for the last 5 years. But he has some of the highest exit velocities in all of baseball, so you do want to get him in your lineup. It's just his batting average might not be ideal, but he can still hit for power, really hit the ball hard. That's the thing. It's like he hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
His exit velocity is sick.
Not named Barry Bonds. He's up there with like
a lot, because Barry Bonds was not only Barry Bonds, he also had steroids too. So it's like,
yeah, this guy, he's a California kid. He hits the ball so fucking hard.
Big damn.
You could be anywhere in the stadium, and if he barrels up a ball, then you're gonna hear it. Sometimes you'll go watch a baseball game, and you won't hear the ball hit the bat if you're far away from home plate. But Giancarlo Stanton, you could be in upper deck right field, and then if he gets a hold of it, it's like crack. You can hear it. That's how hard he hits the ball. He can literally hit the cover off the ball.
Where's this kid from?
I think he's from Los Angeles area, but he plays for the Yankees at the moment. He's not playing. He's hurt. And it was a pretty severe injury where they were talking maybe he doesn't come back and maybe he should retire or whatever. But he has elbow problems right now, and then he has hip problems. He has all sorts of back problems.
He uses.
Yeah, he has a level swing. He doesn't really have an uppercut swing. He hits the ball on a line. So when you see some of these balls get out, some of these home runs that he hits,
is he swinging that beaker ball? That beaker bat?
Oh, the torpedo bat. The torpedo bat.
In the playoffs last year, he was one of the first guys to get that torpedo bat. And since he did so well with it, the rest of the Yankees squad experimented with it. They practiced with it. They put it into the game this year, and they started hitting home runs too. But yeah, Giancarlo Stanton, if I'm like 99% sure he was one of the first guys to start using these torpedo bats, and
he's a revolutionary.
Well, you know, some guys are willing to try. You know, if their bat maker comes out and said, "Hey, we want you to try this," they'll be excited to try it, and then you got other guys that are like very, you know,
just like, oh, he's using steroids, I got it too.
Well,
so am I.
Like Ken Griffey Jr.'s bat was a very standard turn bat for decades. The 271 turn, that was King Griffey Jr.'s turn, and then it was, since Griffey was such a popular hitter and a great hitter, a lot of other players started hitting with the 271, and it was like a staple in lineups. But really, it's not an easy bat to hit. So eventually, the 271 it gets replaced by other turn models that give you a little bit bigger of a barrel. And
when you say turn, is that because they spin it when they make those things
on a lathe?
Huh?
So when you get a billet, it comes out like a big block of wood. It's long, right?
Yeah.
And then the bat maker, they take a chisel and then they spin the piece of wood on a lathe, and then they shape it with a hand tool, and then so bat makers they've made so many bats. They know designs that players liked. So you had 243s, you had 271s, you had 112s, you had I-13s, and then if a guy gets invited to go at the Louisville Slugger fucking factory and they go, hey, this is an idea that I want my bat to look like, they'll be like, yeah, tell us what you want it to look like and we'll try our best to make it look like how you want it.
Okay, do they have to jump through hoops to like try new bats? Like, can a motherfucker just go out there with like a fucking giant ass fucking?
No, they have to be weighed. They have to meet a certain weight.
They have to make it's not so much the weight; it's the dimensions.
It's the dimensions. Yeah.
So the barrel width needs to
be. What if you swung like a big giant cricket looking thing?
No, it can't be. It
can't be approved.
It's got to be 2 and 5/8 inches in diameter. So the barrel can't be bigger than 2 and 5/8. And then the woods, they differentiate in hardness and feel. So a player is gonna go, okay, I want a big barrel, so it'd be like a 2 and 5/8. Sometimes you can go smaller if a player prefers to have a faster bat head. Then making a smaller barrel would help them get more bat speed, but also it decreases the weight. But usually with Major League, because those billets are so, like, say Louisville Slugger buys a goddamn forest, and so they cut the trees and they know, okay, these pieces of woods are reserved for major leagues because they're the best woods, and then these ones are for the minor leagues because they're the next best, and then these ones they're reserved for everybody else because the quality isn't the quality of the wood doesn't matter so much for an adult men's league as it does for a guy that's making money playing baseball.
Yeah.
So they don't give everybody the opportunity to get a pro turn, but they do come around. You might have to pay a premium, or oftentimes, how I got a hold of some of these bats is just by knowing people that were in the minor league systems, and they have the opportunity to buy 30 bats a year, and they didn't use all 30 bats, and they got all these bats, and they're like, yeah, I don't need these bats, so here, you can have this bat or whatever. But your quality of the wood is determined before the bat is even made. So players can definitely go into any bat manufacturer and then request, hey, I want a bat to look a certain way.
Yeah, I did. Hey, Uncle Jerry's working on some trades.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, he's working on a couple of potential trades before and after the draft.
Clock said, how are we talking about all this, what y'all was talking about, the baseball bats, and nobody ever said pause? Shout out to Clock.
I don't pause nothing. I'm just, I don't think like it.
That's why I just want to pause
for
a long time.
Thank you, Clock. Thank you for bringing us back. I mean, I'm a big fan of Kidder's Corner. That's what we're gonna start calling it. Kidder's Corner is always when he takes us down the rabbit. Well, I throw him a subject, then he takes us thoroughly down the rabbit hole.
I've said this multiple times on the stream where I just need to wear the pause shirt to really give me the the security of it, because I know all y'all have thick minds and you take words for. Wow. You take the word and you make it something wild.
All right. Bears GM Ryan Poles just said this. At number 10, told reporters that he thinks that the draft is going to be a little wild, in quotes, and expects a lot more movement than there has been in the past.
Let's go.
Who?
Ryan Poles, the Bears GM.
He's been pretty active too since he's been the GM. I mean, he he traded away Fields. He drafted Caleb. What else did he got? The Brandon Odunze.
So really, the only team he can really
Johnson.
speak for is the Bears. Outside of him putting words in the air, it's all speculative, or maybe even gamesmanship, trying to convince somebody to think that they're willing to move up. So maybe they'll pay more in draft capital and stuff to skip the Bears, and the Bears are super confident because they see like 5 guys on the board.
I mean, the Broncos could jump. The Broncos could want to jump to the 10 spot if one of those players that falls to the 10 that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chicago should be in the business of wanting to trade down. I mean, every Chicago fan I know, that's what they say, but then they don't believe it's actually going to happen. I mean, same thing with my Niners. I wouldn't mind trading down, but it's like, okay, someone actually has to fall out of that top 10 that doesn't belong to that should have been drafted. You know what I mean?
Hey, kidda, check out Arizona's City Connect.
Oh wow, it's kind of like a throwback a little bit with the colors.
Their old jerseys.
The old colors for sure. They gotta. That's kind of dumb, man. Like, why do they got
I don't like.
Why do they have a 0 as the O? What's up with that?
Trying to get creative.
Like, you put a line in the O and it makes it look like a 0, and I'm like, what?
Oh man, they have video of Shannon Sharp's accuser out saying he.
They got her name out. I seen something last night where the bride, Shannon Sharp's lawyers released text messages.
I sent it to the thread.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. I was sliding through YouTube and seeing it.
It's that too.
But also it's Tony Busby that's representing the accuser. So we know what time it is.
Yeah,
money time.
Tony Busby tried to get. He's a lawyer that just want to get the big settlements out of the people with money. Look, they're suing him for $50 million. So like, if he can get a couple M's out of him, that's what he's looking for. It's fucked up too, because now even if he settles, you're just all this stuff that's coming out, like the public opinion, just it hurts people's careers a lot. You know what I mean,
it's. They said that ESPN put him on pause for a minute.
He was on this morning on YouTube.
Oh, well, there it is.
No, on YouTube. He wasn't on ESPN. He was on YouTube. He was on with Stephen A. Smith, and who's that woman that he's always like hitting on? Molly.
So he was at work today.
Wasn't he smashing this lady on YouTube or Instagram or something?
Something like that.
Long ago?
No, but
it was on Instagram Live.
JD, he wasn't.
He said he accidentally put that on there too.
As soon as this broad heard that, she was like, "Oh yeah, this is game over." Now the world knows that he really is a perv, and he putting shit on the phone and not even knowing it. Yeah, she could probably get away with this.
They've been trying to get.
Well, so what it says in the text messages that got released, it says that the bride is extorting for $50,000. 25,000 for each cheek.
For what?
Oh, word.
$25K for each cheek. That's crazy.
God damn. She must have a long ass listening.
So she was charging him for her services, is what you're saying?
Well, no. Well, they say in some of the shit that I seen, it was all consensual. But the bride is the aggressive one in the bedroom.
Oh shit.
In the text messages that was released.
She's like, "Oh, you a tight end?" She just right to the
y'all know what
Pow.
cheeks is, right? Y'all know what cheeks is?
I mean,
popping cheeks?
Yeah.
Butt cheeks. She wants 25,000 for each cheek. 50,000 for the cake.
Gotcha.
Well, it's per episode.
Ryan Pauls just said that a contract
with the video recorder going, everything. Fucking A, bruh. Oh, my mama. Fuck, bruh. Yeah, this shit is cold, bruh.
Damn, Shay.
Man, we live in a fucked up world.
25,000, bruh.
Per.
And she got mad because Shannon didn't want to pay it. That's what he's saying. That's what his attorney is saying.
Yeah. She said, look it, you're gonna have to buy me a, you're gonna have to upgrade me.
Upgrade the BBL.
Yeah. I mean,
she want to go to Dr. Miami. She went to the cheap doctor. She want to go to Dr. Miami.
Exactly. He's charging per.
Come on now.
She said you got it. He said, I got enough for one.
Man, why the Titans doing this shit? You find out Thursday night who we're picking. Fuck you. We know who you're picking. Cam Ward.
Hey man, shout out to my man Titans for life.
Watch all the quarterbacks slip to round 2. They're like, nah, really nothing special. No generational.
I think well, if you look at the Vegas odds, that one is like it's all on board to Tennessee, and they're each not far off when it comes to the number 1 pick overall.
Yeah, and it kind of wrecks the kid's spirit too, because he's totally expecting to go to Tennessee with all the
that'd be some dickhead shit, huh?
Yeah, shit and whatever the fuck.
They're like the ultimate gamesmanship.
Yeah. Let's convince this loser that he's gonna be the number 1 pick in the draft, and then let him.
We're gonna not only bamboozle you, kid, but the entire league.
Just kind of give him that Tom Brady-esque fucking like grudge, where it's like all these people passed up on me. I'm just gonna go out there and murder them. It's like, I got the biggest chip on my shoulder.
With the Browns.
I was supposed to go number 1
overall. I thought I was the first overall, and then now I'm still the first QB. I'm with the Browns.
Well, Bogey, here's some good news. JOK was back in the building after his season-ending neck injury, doing some voluntary off-season program.
Yeah, I read something that he was like first everyone was saying the doctors don't know if he could be able to play, but he kept saying, "Oh, I'm playing." So I'm like, "All right, fuck it. I got JOK in a couple."
Speaking of Browns players, did y'all see that Nick Chubb released another video of him squatting 500 again?
Yeah, I saw it like 3 days ago. Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
He's trying to let me know that I can still
if
do
not,
it.
the Steelers will take him. Like it. One more go for my man, the chubby one. Pause. How about I guess the Browns. I mean, he's still contracted with the Browns, right? Or no, he's a free agent.
The Steelers plan to add 2 more quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers uncertain it won't affect the draft plans, though.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of those ones they plan to add.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rodgers and a pick.
Yeah, I mean, they don't got much.
You think
Brock Purdy arrived at the start of 49ers voluntary camp?
Rodgers is gonna retire before
he showed up in a Toyota Highlander.
In a Highlander. In the Highlander.
Well, George Bernard Kittle is not there.
He just pulls up, starts talking about the all-wheel drive, this and that. They're like, bro, what are you talking about? He constantly spewing Toyota ads.
Come on now.
They're getting every bit of money that endorsement. Let's go. I just saw. You guys fucking with Black Mirror?
Who?
No.
Black Mirror.
No, I never seen
the show.
Netflix and shit. They're probably like on season 7 now, but that's just the shit. But anyway, I watched one of the episodes. It was like this, bro. It's basically the Twilight Zone. It's like a new age Twilight Zone where every episode is different, and it's like futuristic, but it always usually has something to do with technology. So that's the common shit. So in this one, it's a couple, and like she got old girl got a brain tumor, and the dude's like, and they're like, oh, okay. They're like, we got a procedure, you know what I mean? They'd be like, we can remove that part of the brain, you know what I mean, and download all her consciousness and this and that. And then put some synthetic tissue in there, and then boom, upload her back up, and she's good to go. And then he's like, and then the doctor was saying that she's like, I'm one. You know what I mean? Like I'm a survivor of this woo-wop, you know what I mean? But then, you know what I'm saying? He finds out now she going, you know, they get the procedure, she good. But then they find out, oh shit, it's $300 a month. Why? So I thought you said it was some experimental shit, and you know what I mean? You want her to be one of the first. They said, no. It's a subscription a month. You know what I mean? Because you only got you only got so much a distance you can go from the server. So like she can only go like within her county, or else she'll just shut down. Go brain dead. You know what I mean? Damn. She'll come back when you bring her back into the vicinity of the radius, right?
She got limited Wi-Fi.
Yes, exactly, right. And then so he's like, okay, that's cool. We'll just stay within the boundaries. You know what I mean? And then they're living their life, and then every so often, like they be getting busy, right? And then oh yeah, a KY jelly, you know, so phenomenal. You know, you and your partner will love it. And he's like, wow, because now they run the ads through the bitch. So he's like, hey, and she is not aware of the ads being ran. You know what I mean? And the AI, it'll start talking ads, whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? So like she's a teacher.
It makes sense because what's the oldest profession in humanity?
Pimping and hoeing.
Yeah. So you know that's gonna be one of the first things you start doing with them bitches.
Exactly.
Dude, it's like, we holding these girls out.
So then he starts. He takes a second job out because now he can't stand these ads though. These ads are like too much. Like she'd be like washing dishes and she's just running an ad for like dishwashing soap. You know? And like, so he's irritated as fuck about this shit. So they go back to the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, we have the next plan, right? The freaking plus. And if you get the plus plan, you know what I mean? You get longer distances, you can travel and this and that, and there's no more ad. And he's like, but it's expensive, you know what I mean? So this fool got 2 jobs. Then he's also doing like he's on these other websites where like you get paid to do like fuck shit, you know what I mean? So it'd be like let's get to $90, y'all, and then I'll hit my tongue with a mousetrap, and then boom. Amount achieved, and then boom. So he's like on the side doing crazy shit just so he can afford this shit. All in all, it ends up, you know what I mean? He loses his job, and then now they got to bump down to the cheap plan that they had before, and then like so they're just sleeping one day, and then she just running an ad, bruh, and he's like so he smothers her.
What Jerry says he's working on 2 pretty substantive trades that could happen before or after.
Who's this?
Jerry Jones.
I love the vagueness of these blurbs this time of year.
And watch us get jack shit.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if they want to move up, I'm like, I guess they do need O-line. That would be crazy if they were just smart and they did what they should do. They just start to protect.
Trade with us. Huh? Trade with the Jets. We'll move back.
Go get that kid from. Because who just retired from the line in the last 3 years? Every year they're losing one of their long stay starters. The
Bengals and Hamilton County have struck a short-term deal for $184.5 million on improvements to Paycor Stadium. The team and the league will contribute $120 million.
Oh man, they're regretting selling all their TVs.
I know, right? Now they got to get new TVs. We need some money, y'all.
$4 million to get a big scoreboard, and then all the TVs and the mezzanines. And man, that was wild. I can't believe that was that last year when they.
That was last year, yeah.
That's so funny, man.
When they do these extensions,
we gotta clear out.
They might be able to add like another 1,000 seats somehow. You know what I mean? Like the Dolphins did it at one point, right? I don't know if it was 1,000 seats, but they definitely added like a nice little section extra.
Yeah, that stadium was built to be expanded. That was one of those old school like
where it's hella wide out.
Yeah, but the thing is that stadium is the way it's built. they flood that. That thing it floods there too. From what friends of mine said, it floods a lot.
Which one, the Miami one?
Yeah, the one. Their problem is their practice when they had their serious rains. Their practice facility was about under 12 feet of rain.
Qualcomm Stadium.
They just barely got their indoor practice facility last year, I think.
Yeah, and it was
that's how hardcore they were. How even hardcore were broke.
It just didn't rain too much in San Diego, but when it did, and if it was heavy, the river got big enough to where the parking lot would be flooded, and then in the inside they didn't have the proper drainage because it was built in the 60s, so they didn't really think things through the right way. The whole field would get flooded. It was just a mess. That stadium was revolutionary for its time, I guess you want to call it, because it was built to do two sports. It was built to do football and
baseball.
From the get-go.
They throw big concerts there too, right?
Yeah, they had Rolling Stones and San Diego. How many Super Bowls was at that stadium?
There was a shitload of them.
Yeah.
And that where I think the Raiders won in 2003. Was that the last San Diego one when the Raiders lost to the Buccaneers?
I don't remember, but that fits the timeline because the NFL said to San Diego, this is when the stadium talks really started to get heated, was you guys ain't gonna host no Super Bowl because your stadium's trash.
The last time was 2000. That it was definitely when Tampa Bay whooped on the Raiders. Whooped their ass.
Yeah.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. I
Hey.
just saw that movie for the first time.
Shout out to my dog, Terrence Howard, man. They've been coming for my dog lately, man.
Yeah, baby, because he's trying to reinvent math.
He's a fool. That's why.
I love him. Man.
That guy's a fool.
I've been trying to reinvent math my damn self.
1 + 1 is 3. What?
Come on now.
He's like, I know they've told you 1 +
Because 1 is actually 2 ones, right? 1 times 1, so that's 1.
There's 2.
Is 1, and then
If
you
you
add
turn it to
1,
the
that's
side.
3.
He went on Joe Rogan and he had all these. Hey, listen though, I ain't gonna knock him because at least his theories. At least the one thing is that when real people that are in this field, they'll already pick holes at it immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had some debates already with some other content creators that really made him look like a fool. You can go back and watch it. There's another guy, I can't remember the name of the guy, but he also
Billy Carson's not a specialist in math. He's a specialist in ancient theology.
I think he was more along the lines of flat Earth, not so much. Not so much the math, but they're flat Earth trying.
Flat Earth people are crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving is one of the flat Earth people.
Yeah.
I think he came out and he said that he was just capping, like he
I remember B.O.B. came out and said the Earth is flat, and he was not capping.
Yeah, there was. I think that was more of a playing the media because they're like, "Wait, you for real? You never look at so tell me why on the southern hemisphere do the stars spin the other direction, and then tell me how do you."
And then they go.
How does that work on your flat Earth?
Bro?
How does that work on your pizza? How does that work on your pizza planet? How come people on the other side of the Earth, on the other side of in the other hemisphere, get different rotations in the sky than they do in the other? You know that, right? So when you're in the northern hemisphere and you watch the night sky, everything's rotating to the right. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, everything's rotating to the left. It's because you're on an axis,
sphere,
and the whole planet's spinning this way.
And
it's like trying. It's
go,
like
go to Australia, flush the toilet, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes the other way.
And then, let alone like, what's the purpose of faking all the space exploration that we've accomplished? Like,
to beat the Russians.
Well, that was to get to the moon. It costs a lot of money to get to the moon, so we don't have to do it too often. There's no real mission that.
You know what's crazy? You got to worry about space dust. Right?
Space dust is a good beer.
Oh, they got that?
Elysian. Elysian.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker could be traveling
I think they're out of Oregon.
Go right through your suits.
Maybe Washington.
Yeah, I forgot where they at, Big Bone.
I think they're out of Oregon, if I remember. Elysian.
Yeah, that's a damn good beer.
I'm trying to remember who I saw. I think I even seen Peacock with some space dust before, back in the days.
Yeah, it's on tap at a lot of bars and restaurants. It's like a Sierra Nevada, but
a different state.
You know, like just like almost on that level of production, or they're shipping that shit out. And
was it Song that said he was at one point? I think it was Song, right? He said because he works in machinery and shit. I mean, you spoke with him, right, kid, about what he does.
Yeah,
I think before he was talking about he was going to work at the Sierra joint, but he ended up working where he's at right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're Sierra's big time.
Yeah, I think they started here in California, San Bernardino, I think it was, and now
San Bernardino.
Come on now, Inland Empire.
Okay, Elysian is from Seattle.
So yeah, Washington State, you nailed it.
Yeah,
right out the gate. Yeah, because that's where a lot of those microbreweries start. You know what I mean? West Coast.
Come on
Washington still consider? Do we still consider Washington the West Coast, right?
Oh yeah.
Go hell yeah.
Denver,
Even
Washington,
Colorado, damn near is like they
Arizona.
consider themselves the West Coast.
Let's go. The left coast, the best coast. Shout out to all my East Coasters.
Nevada's the West Coast. I mean, shit, look at them. They ain't nowhere near the motherfucking ocean.
Real talk. That motherfucking ocean's far. But that's how big Cali is, though.
Facts.
Yeah, well, that's it.
We got going on here.
I think that might be him.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
that'll
give us all ample time because the kids got minimum days, and then they out tomorrow. After tomorrow, they got their little break.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're off.
They loving that.
Hey, kid, here's one for you. The New York Jets are the only NFL, NBA, or MLB team to not make a postseason during the Pope Francis tenure.
We ain't no good, bro.
What is
that? Goes for the Yankees and the Mets. The Mets made it last year.
Huh? No, they're saying the Jets. Jets, Jets. Jets.
Oh, I thought you said like MLB.
No, I was speaking to you, my friend.
Oh, and this is the Pope that said that?
The Pope just passed away yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he passed away Easter Monday.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
88 years old.
On Easter Monday.
Yeah,
he had been in the hospital for a minute now, right?
He was out, but he was under like people were going up to him and it's like, hey, asking him. He's like, I'm just lucky to be alive. He knew his time was coming. Yeah.
At least he was still coherent. 88's a long time.
Yeah, facts. My grandma will be 87 next month, 87, 88, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my grandma got to 86.
Huh?
My grandma got to 86. Dang, that's ironic.
Oh, wow. Yep, I think that's what Mama Lou got to, bro, is about 86.
See, if I could get to 86, that'd be the joke I would say. Hey, 86.
Well, this just came out 1 minute ago. Sean McVay wants Milroe.
Uh-oh.
Milroe just might be McVay's guy.
Because then he definitely will sit.
Actually, Milroe right now is at the Rams facility working out.
Hey, the Rams is hella smart, bro, because they're gonna be like, "Hey, Milroe's here, y'all."
Yeah.
And then once they get on the clock, because they're already setting it up that to make it look like they want him. You know what I mean?
Johnny said, gotta go pretend to do some work. Thanks for the daily wake up show, guys. It's always a good start to the day. Appreciate you, big bro.
Yeah, Johnny, get the bag.
Come on now. 88 is twice my age now. If I got to do this all over again, I would feel like I had a very complete life. Come on now.
Right.
Oh, my mama. Peace. Catch y'all tomorrow. You already know, big bro. Be safe out there, man. Mañana.
Yeah, man. And, you know, we're going to pick up tomorrow right where we left off, continuing the countdown.
Oh, Tyreek's at it again, holding his baby over a fucking balcony.
Who did this?
Tyreek Hill.
I mean, was it a brand new baby?
Holding his baby over the edge while looking over the balcony. Someone called child services on his ass.
I mean, see, I don't even want to say anything in his defense, but you know, I mean, like, you know, maybe was it a newborn? Because then it could be like the Mufasa moment. You know what I mean? Like,
he had a kid not long ago.
When he throws up,
I can't
the Mufasa moment.
And the moon is so.
Oh, this is one of his older kids. He was holding one of his older kids.
Life. Was Elton John there? That'd be kind of weird, huh? Elton John.
I guess it occurred on Monday.
What happened?
It says Tyreek Hill's been accused of being reckless with his baby's life by holding the baby close to the edge while looking over a balcony.
Is it close to the edge or over the edge?
It was hanging the kid over the balcony.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's you know, because then he might. If I was his lawyer, he has a case here. If it was just looking over the edge, that's still crazy to me. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? If they got him holding him over the edge like he was a young Simba, that's kind of crazy.
Fuck, Tyreek's a crazy motherfucker.
But yeah, you know what I mean? We're less than 48 hours away. We're about 48 hours away from the NFL draft kicking off. So we'll see y'all tomorrow when we pick up right where we left off. Continuing this countdown. We'll probably run it. We're definitely going to run at least one more mock tomorrow. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll run a couple, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, tomorrow is, yeah, we're on the draft eve.
Bogey, I'll keep you posted in the morning where I'm at.
All good, brother. Don't even trip.
100%.
Anything. We'll
Till next time.
Peace. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Eureka. We make plays